No,
he's
Okay.
He started Holy Mountain Brewing, which is over there.
I didn't know
But
if it was an
anyways,
evil
they
twin
only-
situation.
Right. I just had a Drownlands actually last night. It was good.
Holy Mountain with the Holy
Soil
Ghost.
and Citron.
This beer is blessed.
What are you drinking over there, Ron? That's all right.
I am. No,
Oh, man. Forgot the STP.
yeah, has to be a DJ, man. Like, it's still in my blood. RAR. Somebody get Joe on the line. 10 layers coconut.
Oh, interesting.
I don't need to get Joe on the line because if you look closely, he's peeking through your blinds in the background right now, staring at that coconut beer.
You mentioned coconut, Joe just pops up. It's like
What's
magical.
that's a 10%, right? Or is that low?
Yeah,
Less?
8%. 10 layer
8%.
coconut. 10 layer coconut RAR.
I feel like there's so much to live up to when any beer says that or put that. Like if you're not sick of coconut by the end of it, they've not done it right.
Yeah, I will say with this one, because I've had one already. To get the towel here because it came out of the can rather quickly. It's a little less coconut than I was expecting. I'm not a huge coconut fan, but like I said, you put it on a can, I expect to get a good dose. And you're saying 10 layer, and then it's not all 10 layers, more like maybe 2 layer, 3 layer. Like, hey, where's my other layers at? It's kind of like you show me the picture of the Big Mac when I get to McDonald's, it never looks that way.
I always laugh at how the ABV is the first attribute you look at. Not all the time, Paul.
You always keep a towel around in case the beer overflows. Pro tip, pro beer tip number 25. Always keep a towel around.
Cheers, Bill.
Bill in the house. Cheers, my friend.
Hopped
Great
up beer
seeing you
reviews.
again.
That's
Cheers,
Ben,
Hopped
Andy,
Up.
and Jay. I'm imagining that's Ben commenting, most likely.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen Hopped Up before.
Now you have. Oh, Dan, I liked your and Mike's review of that 3x3. That was funny. That was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah. That was a good beer. I enjoyed it. I was, skeptical because it was an EQ beer, but
So it was funny because, so basically the gist of it was I had messaged Ridge. I said, hey, I'd really like to try a Root and Branch beer.
yeah.
Could you find a way to maybe send me some? He says, actually, I'm going there in a couple weeks. Sure, I'll send you a few. So I sent him a box of like Mortalis and stuff. He sent us that. And he's like, yeah, I'll throw in some others. He threw in the EQ beer. And I just I'm looking at it. I was like, oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I hope this is good. I really do. It was. It was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Actually, I am subscribed to Hopped Up already. I just haven't seen their videos yet. I think I just subscribed to them recently.
I gotta subscribe to him. Thanks for stopping in, Hopped Up. I'm still hungover.
You subscribed to Hopped Up yet?
I'm not. I need to sub to him.
Show some love.
For sure.
I'm really I'm on this weird beer kick lately. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just like, whoa, hold up. You can't just be sniffing. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking stout and I'm having a whiskey with it. That's
Yeah,
what I've been drinking all night. Legit.
Okay. All right.
Have you had this?
I have not. What's the proof?
Yeah. 47 ABV, so 94 proof. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, finished in wine and sherry casks.
Oh, okay. So finished.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything finished with Amburana?
I have not.
So I guess
but
that's
I'm just starting to get into the whiskey game in the last year or so.
Yeah,
even though I lived in Kentucky a number of years, I'm like, oh, you lived in a bourbon state for all those years and you didn't do it. Now you move away.
Dude, I'm just starting to get into the bourbon game this past year. And I've got like a little collection going down to this cabinet here. But I'm going to try and get some Amburana finished stuff because apparently Amburana gives off like this kind of French toast kind of vibe.
Oh, okay.
So I think that would pair well with like the bourbon, you know. So I'm gonna
Well,
check
if you
it
like
out.
sherry, you get a little bit of that sherry kick in here.
Yeah.
So when it finished and everything, so it's not bad.
But yeah, like I was saying, like with the beer lately, like obviously I still got my hazies, but I've been gravitating to more lower ABV, like traditional lagers or like Dunkels or Dunkelweisens, stuff like that. Maybe it's just my palate saying, "Hey, give us a rest from all the hazies." Or
hazies,
Yeah.
well, I guess they just released their dark lager. I've been enjoying that. I just had the Von Trapp collab with Trogs. Their Dunkelweizen.
Nice.
That's a really nice beer. So they claim it as a dark wheat ale or dark wheat ale with maple. I think it was.
Okay. Are you guys seeing the Trog? One of my buddies just shared a picture of it in one of our other chats. The Trogs, I guess it's Triple Bock from the Troganator.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
I've seen Troganator.
No, but this is like the Triple Bock version or something.
You know what I just saw though in 12 packs? Yingling Bock.
I do have the Bock, but it was only a 12 packs here. Like I'm not that dedicated to get a 12 pack of it, but here's a picture of the Troganator.
Oh no, I have not seen that.
No,
I
haven't seen that.
Wow.
Now that I'm in Trogs area, I gotta try to find this if I can. Because I see a lot of Trog stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to do any more beer shopping because I have so much beer to get through, but it's like always something comes out that's like, well, if it's there.
Oh, right, yeah. That's what I was like, I don't really need beer this week, but I was like, oh, well, there's a bunch of drop. That's why I got to stop following the bottle shop I go to because they're like, oh, we just got this trolley drop, whatever.
Like my guys I got on my Facebook feed are like, oh, we got this in today. We got this in today. It's like, damn it. I don't need you stalking me.
So I had from Grow Brewing their barrel aged barley wine. It's called Dormancy.
With the wax.
Yeah, with the wax.
That's my biggest.
Here's the thing.
I hate wax on bottle. It's unnecessary. It's
a pain in the butt.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the thing with this beer.
It's
an English barley wine base. It was boiled for 12
Vanessa.
hours.
Welcome over, my friend.
They aged it for 24 months in Heaven Hill barrels.
Oh, Heaven Hill. Okay, nice.
I drank it. I got 2 sips in. I said, holy shit. I fucked up. I went to the store the next day. I bought another bottle.
Got the yeah.
So a week later, I got thinking about it. I said, no, that's not enough. I went and got another bottle. And then they posted, just delivered our last case to our one local bottle shops. I said, damn it. And they finished the post with the tagline, grab one
Big Daddy.
Cellar.
Yeah.
I grabbed another bottle. I'm sitting on 4 bottles now. It's delicious.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
But it's one of those beers that you're just like, you're halfway through it and you're like, this is delicious. This is something I want years to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a barley wine. Just let's throw it down there, see what happens. You know.
It's funny, Big Daddy. I had my wife hooked on Golden Monkey for a bit because she never had it before. So I got her a 6-pack of Golden Monkey a couple months ago. She really liked it. She's like, what is this? Like Belgian? Like, yeah, it's a Belgian. That's why I love Belgium, because it's like a Belgian style thing. And then I got her like the berry monkey, and then I got her the sour monkey, and she ended up getting monkeyed out over her, but it was like starting to hit her like, she's like, these are heavier than the other beers, right? Yeah, they're like at least like 9.2 or higher, I believe. So she was like, she went back and got a little bit of Yingling and some other stuff after a bit because the monkey was getting to her.
So what does your wife traditionally gravitate towards as far as beer or?
Her palate is funny. We go to a restaurant and they'll be like, get a beer or whatever, and she'll look at me like, oh, he'll know what I want to get, like, because she knows I do all the beer. So, but her palate is more like a wit beer. She likes some lager. She's now like some of the Belgian, so she gets into some of the Belgian ones. But she's more like definitely more lager as far as some of the Pilsner she'll drink. She would probably drink like a Keller beer, something like that. But a wit beers are definitely one of her favorite ones to actually sit back and enjoy. So, but yeah, but I'm surprised she picked up the Belgian now. She'll get the Belgian stuff, and she's like, "Oh, these are good." Like, yeah, they'll get to you a little bit, but yeah, they're good.
Right.
I've gotten lucky over the past, I don't know, a couple of years. Mine, she has she likes barrel aged stouts. She's getting into she likes the barrel aged stouts. So back in the day, she used to drink a ton of like Guinness and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she enjoys wine and all the fruity beers. Like half the Mortalis stuff I buy is for her. I take a picture of it. I take a sip. I'm like, there you go. But yeah, so it's really cool though, because I've been able to bring stuff up from the cellar or something and like split it with her. So it's like, and that's good. Like it's gotten to the point where she's like, she bought a barrel aged stout. I get home, I look at the fridge, I was like, I don't remember buying that. She's like, oh, I got that. I was like,
what? What is going on right now?
Yeah.
Is she like
the monster?
Is she like fruit beers like lambics and stuff like that, like Cantillon and stuff like that, or Three Fontaine?
No, she's all about like the fruited, like the RAR,
like the heavily fruited stuff.
Yeah, the Martellus Hydra, stuff like that.
Did she ever do like, since she used to be Guinness, does she do like the foreign extra stout? Does she ever had that?
Yeah. So she used to drink that back in the day. It was really funny though. One night, me and Mike did some reviews, and we saved some leftover beer. I put it in some Yetis and stuff, and one was a 20% beer from the brewery, and it was their. I
got their.
It was like a strawberry ice cream stout.
Yeah,
and she's drinking it, and she's like, and I was like, she's really enjoying it. And I come back out, I go do something. I remember I come back out, and I was like, hey, where'd that stout go? She's like, oh, I drank all of it. It was so delicious. I looked at her, I was like, you know that was 20% ABV, right? And she looked at me, she's like, what? Literally a half an hour, she's passed out. Like, I can't even wake her up, bro. She's just like passed out. I started chuckling. I said, okay.
She's done. Yeah,
it was funny though. It was funny.
Yeah, they had that chocolate. I had a bottle of that chocolate rain. Not the rain, like rain from the sky, but the
chocolate rain from the brewery, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you end up? Did you ever get near Black Tuesday? Did you end up picking that up?
Yeah, I got the latest Black Tuesday.
Yeah, I got that too. I got in Jersey and it was like, oh, it's $50 a bottle here.
That's how much mine was. Yeah, 50. Yeah. Which I think it's cheaper. I think
it's usually 60 everywhere else.
50, 55 or something like that. They were.
Yeah. And here it was 60 at the store when they had it. I'm like,
honestly, guys, you're better off ordering it from the brewery and getting it shipped.
No, you get it for 50 at the store. I got it in Jersey for 50 at a spot.
Yeah, I got mine for 50.
Well, you can buy like the smaller bottles though. Like Kyle
did they do a smaller bottle of Black Tuesday?
Yeah, so they do like 500 ml bottles.
They had cans of Black Tuesday for a minute.
But like he's part of he's part of that brewery club though too. Is that why he got it? Maybe.
No. You can order it just regular. I am too.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not saying anything, but me and Kyle both have links. If you want to, buy something from the brewery, do it through our links. We get a kickback.
You can't be shy about it, Dan. You got to put it out there. He's going to say, hook a brother up. I got a link for you.
We got links, but they do. Because that was my biggest gripe about the brewery, though. A lot of the beers I got, I was like, not a fan of. Like, I got a huge box. But then, like, some of the other beers I'm a fan of, but I'm like, they're in the giant bottles.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not going to a bottle share, dude, that's tough, even with two people.
Well,
20%, 750 ml.
Technically, I've done that, so I can't really say. I've sat there and done remember they had the big Stone 50-ounce bottles. I've done the big Stone 50-ounce bottles by myself. So I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying I did it. It's for science. Everything I do on my channel is for science.
They do a bunch of. They do 500 ml which is very much welcomed.
Bring
So
back-
basically the same size as the other half stouts.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm opening up a stout, I've domed Black Tuesday bottles after I've drank like at least two double IPAs. I'm like, I'm not putting this back in the fridge, or I'm not capping it.
How I can't even imagine, bro. I can't even.
And then somebody, I think Tanner had to shout me out that night. I drank that whole bottle of Black Tuesday in one night on a stream or something because I just
You say
passed out.
Tanner because I'm a man, Tanner. That's why.
Yeah, right. I said, I'm not. If I'm opening up, I don't care if it's 19 or 20%. I'm gonna finish this bottle. I just kept pouring and pouring, and then I don't remember most of the night. Somebody had to sign me out. They had to give my shout outs, whatever it was. But
You an old Ricky Bobby, I pit saxophone.
yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you see the empty bottle just laying randomly in the middle of the kitchen. Microwave's half open. There's like a half cooked TV dinner in there. You're just like, oh,
Yeah, I don't know what happened after I finished that bottle. Obviously, I fell asleep, but I finished it. But
crazy.
Mom didn't raise a quitter.
exactly, I'm not capping this. You know, like I got that Anchorage Blessed bottle for $50, a 375 ml bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Anchorage is something.
It's got all that wax on it.
So I forget what the hell.
Cheers,
is that one we
Sammy.
had?
Sammy in the house.
Hey, Sammy, what's up, buddy? I forget the one we had, but Steven, aka the Resource, brought one down and shared it with me, Mike, and Joe a while ago from Anchorage. And yeah, it was insane. And he told us what he paid for it, and we're just like, what the fuck? It was like really delicious. It was a barley wine, but it was.
Was it? It was probably a deal with the devil. That's one of the hyped ones.
All I know is like one of the best beers I've ever had. But as far as barley wine,
Well, Vanessa, if you do that, you have a lot of friends. You have a lot more happy friends, I should say. With the
I microwave popcorn bag. Now I want popcorn. I microwave popcorn.
Oh, blue at the top.
Pushed up. Oh man. It's like
I've never been a huge. Yeah. Oh yeah. We used to get Jiffy Pop too.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, you can get it here at some of the stores. But I was never a huge regular popcorn fan. Now caramel popcorn, I would tear up. I was never a huge regular popcorn fan.
What about like kettle corn, that kind of stuff? Yeah,
I do like kettle corn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the tins?
What?
You know the old school.
Oh, the tins of popcorn. Yeah, where they had different,
like the cheddar, the caramel.
Yeah, you take the cheddar to put it with the caramel because that's Chicago style. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Chicago style, shout out to Frango Mints, but they also do their parent company. They do like the popcorn tins, but they coat some popcorn with the Frango Mints, which is pretty dope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Frango Mints are the ones that they use the hop oil or the mint oil in the Hop Butcher Stout there, minted.
Oh.
Yeah. So that barley wine we had from Anchorage was the Wendigo batch 2. I think
Wendigo.
It was.
Wendigo.
Yeah, so that was
maybe up from Mexico is Wendigo.
I never heard
that was a freaking amazing beer, bro. Amazing. And then the other Anchorage beer I've had was just a regular IPA.
JT.
It was okay, but
what's up, JT? Still up, my friend.
It's a typical day.
Yeah, Vanessa's gonna be giving out Utopias, people.
Actually, miscellaneous brew reviews. He actually just bought a bottle of Sam Utopias.
Did he say how much it cost him? Where he got it at?
He got. Let's just say he got it for a good deal because his buddy owns a liquor store.
Nice.
And
that's insane.
Yeah.
I know some people are like paying crazy.
Okay, so I'm doing a cuvee of the other half, Daydream Green.
And
the
grow.
Warhorse Double Dan with pineapple.
Oh, there you go.
Because that's how I roll nowadays.
He's a wild man, folks.
I still need to do
with
my.
With other halves, I'm just like, let's mix them. Let's find out what happens.
I still need to do my black and tan, which is a 120 and a worldwide stout from Dogfish Head. It's called a Heaven and Hell.
You're looking for a good. You're looking
Discord,
for a good black and tan tool. Check out my Amazon tool page. Got a black and tan tool you can get.
I haven't had a black and tan. When's the last time you guys had a black and tan?
A couple months ago, I used it like one of the live streams to show how you can make it.
You know what I miss? Yingling black and tan.
You can get that.
You don't get that?
I haven't seen that. Maybe I haven't been looking, I guess.
Yeah, we get it.
Have you ever had Lord Chesterfield from Yingling? That's pretty good.
That's one I've always wanted to try, but I've never seen.
That's a good.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Yingling is starting to distro more. Like, people they're like, oh, I'm getting Yingling longer in like Texas, and they're going more out west now. But yeah, that's one of those, like, same with Dogfish Head. I feel like Dogfish, a lot of people on like the western side don't really have too much Dogfish. I mean, maybe now they do, but
I know it's played out, but I do enjoy Guinness and Harp.
Oh yeah,
Guinness Draft or Guinness Extra Stout.
Yeah, so we used to do that way back in the day. Guinness Harp and
Guinness Draft for the black and tan.
Use a spoon and stuff.
Yeah, I actually taught that to a bartender.
Car bombs too.
Taught that to a bartender one time at one of the bars.
In fact, I got
cheers,
hey man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I give Ben the link.
Cheers.
Hopped up here.
Yeah. So. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
It was pretty cool. I actually Guinness was at Wegmans like a few years back, and I got a nice Guinness glass and a spoon to do that with, like a Guinness branded spoon. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, I've only went to the Guinness spot like a couple times since being here in Baltimore, but it's a good unique experience. I mean, you ever get down here or Josh gets up here, because Josh is too far for me, I think, being a VA.
Yeah.
But they got the whole village set up for St. Patrick's Day this week over there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Ben's living in St. Patrick's Day apparently.
I got the green strip lights on, so I mean,
Yeah, again, welcome in. Nice to meet you. What are you drinking on over there?
I'm actually drinking in a Guinness glass. I'm drinking a Boddington. So
nice.
Doesn't really fit. But
Ben, did you find that Murphy's yet?
I actually, ironically, I met up with Andy a couple of days ago from our group, and he had a Murphy's for us.
Okay.
So yeah, I've never had it, and we're gonna have it soon. So
all right, awesome.
Excited about that. Yeah. So it's crazy that we were talking about that just a few days ago, and then it was in a box that he traded over to me.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if it's better than Guinness, but I just
Murphy's
it's
funny.
It's a fine Irish brew.
I did a poll Thursday night on the happy hour show of Guinness Draft or Murphy's, and it was like Guinness Draft ended up winning out, but just about everybody from the UK was saying Murphy's, and all the Americans were the ones who were saying Guinness Draft.
So the one that doesn't get love, Bumpy did a review on, and I remember
Smith
when I was very in my 20s, let's say, we had a place called McGregor's, and they had 50 beers on tap. Like that was their claim to fame. That's why they were open. Like bar and grill, but 50 beers on tap. But they had O'Hara's Irish Stout on tap.
Oh, I've seen O'Hara's. Okay.
Yeah, so Bumpy recently actually had it on his channel, and I totally forgot about it for a long time. And they brought it up. I was like, holy crap. I remember that beer. Because we used to drink that and Spaten Optimator on tap.
Yeah.
Out of control. Dude, the Optimator, you'd get in trouble. I'm talking like you got to be careful going down the steps after you leave kind of trouble. Like it was.
I think JT's Josh in there with the Still Reserve as a Desert Island beer. Because I know JT's palate. I don't see him drinking that.
Still Reserve.
So
I used to drink the Still Reserve Alloy series back in the day, like
Still
I'm
Reserve.
saying, like 2000.
So Jenny used to make what was it, dog bite? It It was a high gravity lager, similar to that. The most nastiest thing you taste. It was like,
I used to love like the Steel Reserve Alloy Series, Four Loco, when they still had caffeine in it, juices, all those like. But now they don't have that now. Sparks. We used to do Spark. Remember Sparks? Everyone had Sparks.
Yeah. We still have one. I lived in Kentucky. We had Sparks.
We used to get like a 40 of Miller High Life. We drink half of it and pour the rest with Sparks, and we used to call it like a concrete Molly Whopper.
A Sparks Cuvee with Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Sparks Cuvee.
So
High Life, yeah.
Vanessa was talking about the Dragon's Milk.
That's her favorite with the
Dragon's
extra.
Milk. Yeah.
So, dude, Bumpy hates that beer. The other day, he's like, "Oh, it's the thinnest beer ever." It's like, he's like, "I would never buy it again." So I have a bottle of, it's a variant of it in my fridge. It's the coffee and chocolate one with Madcap coffee.
I've had that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the
fun fact. I've never had any Dragon's Milk, so this will be a first for me.
You've never had any Dragon's Milk? Wow.
None.
Wow.
I've had the plain, and then I've got the golden ale in my fridge, and then we've got the s'mores.
I got that here too. So you haven't had the crimson red either. Yeah.
I don't know.
They had the white. Didn't they have the Dragon's Milk?
They had the white. They had the white stout one too. Yeah.
Dude, on I just actually saw on Reddit on what was it, the craft beer thing? Somebody posted the 2 4-packs of the Dragon's Milk, and their local Walmart was selling it for like $8.24 a 4-pack. And it was like a mix-up, and they're like, just kept going back and getting it to see if they would fix it. They never did. So he's like, I'm just getting $8 4-packs of Dragon's Milk.
Yeah.
Leave it up to Walmart.
It was a Dragon's Milk Reserve. It had like those Stoop waffle, whatever those cookies. That one was.
Oh yeah, Stoop waffle. That one, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I had pretty much all the oatmeal cookie one, and then a couple of the other ones. Yeah, I pretty much had a lot of them, but they kind of limited now going forward on what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm just lowering my expectations.
That's why he says still
some wild Irish rose in here.
He thinks you'll find bad beer rather than good beer on a deserted island.
Lowering my expectations. Wasn't that like a short skit on SNL?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Lowering my expectations or something. Then there was what was it, messages from Jack Candy or something?
The good old days. I think I had the worst hangover I had, the worst headache I had when I drank a whole bottle of Wild Irish Rose one night.
I mentioned Wild Irish Rose tonight on the live stream. That was like the worst thing.
Fun fact: Wild Irish Rose, that's made where I live, Canandaigua, New York.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We're so like Constellation Brands, our home office. It's here.
I'm like, you like Les Gross, and find a guy in there and just punch him as hard as you can. Like Tropic Thunder.
Another fun thing, when I was 18, I got a job at the winery. And
wait a minute, are we going to call it a winery? Are we really going to call it a winery?
Oh yeah, so it's a winery. They do a bunch of stuff, but that's where they make it, right?
That's really being just liberal with the word winery in my mind.
But one of the jobs was you have a case of the bottles that it came in, and you had to take the case over and flip it upside down on the conveyor so it'd be ready for bottling. But you'd have so many broken bottles of booze. You'd go in there, and if you're hungover, like I was 18, but I'm
god,
the smell.
No,
you're hungover. Like I was like halfway vomiting doing this. I had to quit. It was like terrible.
It's not good.
But imagine just like wine breaking all over the place, and then Irish wine, like I don't know, man. I can't even just like talk about the smell.
I wouldn't want you to, because that's not a good thing. Yeah.
The good old days. Wild Irish Rose, Juice, Four Locos, Earthquakes.
Yeah. Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog, yeah.
Then I grew up and went to college and had Boone's Farm.
Oh, Boone's Farm, yeah. I don't know what's worse, Boone's Farm or Mad Dog.
Oh, it was definitely Mad Dog.
Did you guys ever get or drink like Country Club?
No, I never seen
Country
that.
Club malt liquor?
Yeah, I've heard.
I knew about it, but I never drank it.
So there was always we always got Country Club, Blue Schlitz, OE.
Oh,
and
you didn't have the Red Bull. You only had the Blue Bull for Schlitz. Did you get the Red Bull too? There were two bulls. Blue. Okay, we had the blue and the red. Yeah.
Yeah. Country Club was dirt cheap, but it gets you to where you needed to be when you're younger, you know.
Yeah. Well, then we had the Koki 900 too, which was like the upscale Colt 45. So.
By the way, I want to bring up my biggest grievance.
Ben, if you didn't know there was an upscale Colt 45, there used to be one.
I didn't. No. I'm learning something new here for sure.
Is that like high gravity?
That was the other one I couldn't think of.
Yeah, it was like high gravity. It still came in the 40, but had a little crown on. It was like you were fancy if you had the Koki.
Yeah, you're spending money if you're buying that one, huh? Yeah.
By the way, the shittiest decision ever by any executive in the world is to approve plastic 40-ounce bottles for OE. Go fuck yourself. That's
you guys only get we still get glass down here.
So we get you can find the glass bottles of the deuces, but not the 40s.
Mm.
So the 22 ounces, you can get glass bottles.
Oh,
and then you get the tall boy cans.
Glass.
But the 40s are in plastic, and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
What about
Ice House? Mississippi, we don't get that stuff.
Ice House.
Ice House? They still make that?
Yeah, they still make Ice House. Yeah, they still make. They make Ice House Edge.
You can get a 40 of it right now.
I can get the Ice House. I can get the Ice House Edge at the corner store.
Yeah. We did an Ice House review probably 3 or 4 months ago. We do a macro Monday first Monday of every month, and yeah, it was pretty terrible. Yeah.
Hey Ben, I have Mondays off. Do me a favor. If you ever do Ice House again, don't invite me. Thanks.
Yeah, I won't. I didn't invite you the first time, so I've already done you one favor, right?
What you need to do is go out and get yourself a Red Dog.
Oh, Red Dog.
I have not seen a Red Dog in a long time.
I don't know if they make Red Dog anymore.
Wow.
Do they still make Ice House Edge? I think they still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can get Ice House Edge right up the next block for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a review on the channel with Ice House Edge.
Ooh.
Yeah. I do it for science, man. I told you it's all for science that I do.
Oh, of course.
Beer channel. Yeah. So
yeah.
When's the last time everyone?
I take the hit so my subscribers don't have to.
Exactly. That's the whole reason. We do the Macro Monday for sure. Yeah.
When's the last time everyone's had a Steel Reserve 211?
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. For me, it's been like probably 3 or 4 years. But tonight, when I went to the store, because my wife wanted some alcohol because she was out of beer, so I got her some Yingling that she wanted, and actually, she's like, you said they had the Four Loko thing. Well, I thought it was Four Loko, but they actually had the Steel Reserve. So I got the new Steel Reserve, like with the Tiki Punch and orange soda and different stuff. So I got a couple of. She actually drank them. She's like, yeah, I mean, they don't taste that much different, she thought, but I'm like, I got an old school, and they were like the 24-ounce cans. She had a couple of, so. They were only 8% ABV though.
I know they don't make them anymore, but my buddy used to walk around with a backpack. He had a 12-pack of Milwaukee's Best Ice.
I've had that too. Yeah.
So he had that and a funnel, and that was his life.
Oh, I was trying to think of the other one that was the bad drink back in the day. Cisco. That was the other one that was bad.
Oh, Cisco. Yeah, I forgot all about Cisco.
Yeah.
Damn.
That only lasted like a few years out there, but yeah. I remember having the summer I was in Oakland in '88. That was like big that year. Like everybody was drinking Cisco.
Yeah.
The summer of '88.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like young. More.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I mean,
I was 6 years old.
Years ago. But they never used to have. So when I was living in Philly and stuff, my parents were living in Virginia and stuff, I would like come back during the summers and stuff, and I would come back and buy cases of Four Loko. This is obviously when they still had caffeine in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd come back and buy cases of Four Loko. I'd go back up to school and I would sell them at parties, and it's crazy because I'd be walking to class and drinking a Four Loko and be like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" It's like, "Oh, energy drink." People would not, because they didn't know what it was. Like, I see it wrecked off Four Loko and juices and like Sparks, but now they don't have any of that stuff because people were.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like, people got all set with the whole Four Loko thing, but I'm like, you go into a bar, people are drinking Red Bull.
People were
vodkas.
dying. Yeah. Well,
so
the whole
I'm like,
caffeine and alcohol thing.
I mean,
were doing way too much.
I mean, fuck. They even like advertise it because you in some bars you walk in, they have that huge Jägermeister machine.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
It's like designed for the Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being upset when Spark went away. Like Sparks was
great, dude. I still
like
love
to
it.
get you going. You know, if you were like,
Sparks only left like certain states, right? Because like in Kentucky,
yeah.
I think we still had Sparks when I moved there a couple years ago. We were still getting Sparks.
Yeah, we haven't had it here.
But I know in Ohio they couldn't get it.
For a while, that was the end of the work night thing for us. Me and my buddy, we'd each go grab a 6-pack of Tall Boys of Miller High Life and a Spark. And we chugged the Spark and drink the 6-pack. And that was like our summer. You know what I mean? Like it was wild.
Like, I'm ready to rock now.
Yeah. And at that time, we used to do that, and we'd play Xbox Connect. Remember Xbox Connect had the camera? You'd play the games. You know, it was like we didn't have the Wii, so we played Xbox Connect. But Wii Sports and that stuff, and you'd be drinking those Sparks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burning some calories. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We were burning something. It wasn't calories. I'll tell you that much, brother.
I remember one time.
By the way, this cuvee is really good.
I drank four Four Locos in one day. It was a Saturday, and I started drinking like 10 o'clock in the morning. We were playing Up the River, Down the River. You ever played that?
Oh God, I've been playing that since college. Yeah, I know that game. Yeah.
Up the river, down the river. I don't remember most of the day, but I remember finishing four Locos that day. And
I remember in high school, Lumper was a game we used to play in high school back then. We would get lit.
Yeah, up the river, down the river.
You ever play Kings?
All that. Yeah, Kings. No. Yeah.
You played asshole.
So, yeah, that's the one with like Never Have I Ever kind of thing, and like the 7.
Yeah, and like there's a cup in the middle, and you pour some in there. So I remember it was a New Year's Eve party, right? And people were playing Kings. And I got there, and there was this like, as Baron Ridge would call it, a man mug, full of just like all these different types of beers. Because certain cards you poured, you had to pour beer, and you could at your own discretion. Probably 10, 12 different types of beer, and I walk in. And somebody pulled the card. They could choose your drinks. They just look at me like, you. And I just walked in, chugged that. It's like this man mug full of like 12 different weird beers and stuff. Yeah. I chugged the whole thing.
Oh, God. Did you throw up everywhere?
It wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good night after that. But
I know
when you're 20, you're invincible.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
We used to see. I'm being a Gen Xer, growing up in the '80s. The parties we used to have, you were pretty lit and drunk, or maybe high, depending on what room you were in. That you would watch Faces of Death and it wouldn't phase you.
Oh,
that's just how the party looked.
I used to be on E-Bombs World every Friday. They used to drop a bunch of videos on E-Bombs World. Yeah, Faces of Death. Man. That was back in like the LimeWire days. Remember LimeWire and like all that stuff? Before, like Napster and stuff. And,
My highlight of my 20s drinking was the fact that I had a note from my doctor because I hurt my neck doing a keg stand to be out of work.
Did you ever play Slap the Bag? You get like a Franzia box wine. like thing,
No.
shred the thing, and then slap the bag when you're done playing it.
We just drink it from the spigot on the Franzia.
The worst.
They came up with this idea. They put a spigot on a wine box. He just went after
box
it.
wine gives me such a the worst headache. Wine in general gives me like a real bad headache.
Well, cheap wine will for sure. Usually,
I don't mind a sweet table wine every now and then.
Yeah, but it's funny when I used to bartend. The times at the university in our alumni center, we'd have like Franzia. It'd be like Franzia box wine. People would order, and they'd be like, $15, $10, whatever it was a glass, and it's like this box costs us like $6 at the store.
Right.
Cheapest.
Straight profit.
I'm like, we're like on jewelry markups over here.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife's cousin owns a liquor store, and if they don't sell it, it's still good, but it's past the date. So they just set it aside, and, we end up getting a few boxes every 6 months or, once a year kind of thing, whenever we see them, because they're in a different state. So, but yeah, it's
box wine.
Terrible stuff.
Yeah. It's funny. I did when I did the 9-year show earlier, I showed like the first video I ever did on YouTube or whatever, and I was talking about the beer. I literally got a case of that beer for $12.99. It was a beer out of Spain. And the beer was still a good date. It's just like, I had a store in Kentucky where they would wholesale stuff out, and you come in there and people they load up. I got like a case of Foreign Extra Stout one time for $12.99. And you're like, oh, this has to be old or something like that. And thinking, no, it's all good. They just got to move it because they get so much beer that came through the store. And I'm like, I missed that place at this point. Like, that was a good deal. So what I have there.
If you guys had to choose between Ice House or Steel Reserve 211, what are you picking?
Ice House. Hands
Ice
down.
House.
I'm going Ice House.
Yeah. Don't even think about it.
Dan's on the fence, I can see, but not for me.
I think I'm going 211.
I don't like that, but I'll go 211.
Yeah, if you had to pick, yeah.
You should put a poll in your chat there so people can respond to it.
211 or Ice House. Ice House.
Even if it's Edge, I'm still going Ice House over 211.
What about Natty? Where do you guys put Natty? Natty Ice.
Natty Light.
Ooh.
Natty Ice or 211?
Yeah.
A little bit closer, but I'm probably still going Natty Ice. A little bit closer.
I would probably say in that camp too. Yeah.
I'd probably pick Natty Ice over 211.
You get down to Bush Ice or something like that, and I'm probably going to flip it. So.
Oh, Josh, did you see that? I don't know if you follow them, Rod, but Hayes Boys on Instagram.
I do follow them.
Okay, so they put a post up. This dude, he's got a can of Bush. He's like, I'll tell you what Bush stands for. Bitch, you should have came home. And he's like, but I've been getting drunk since you didn't. He's slamming the fucking Bush.
Hayes Boys is great. Great Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. I want a can of that Pissy the Younger from Salt and Oak.
Yeah, Salt and Oak. Yeah, that's the big hype brewery. Salt and Oak.
Yeah. Cheers, Kettle, Teamer, Tater. I see you. Cheers.
Tater Dom.
I love when Tater pops in because I'm like, any good party always has a Tater in the house. So. It makes me think of Ron White all the time, like telling stories, because.
Oh my gosh. Who's coming to my area pretty soon? It's Kevin James.
Really? He shaved all that up now. He went the bald route. Which I'm appreciative of. Yeah.
And the King of Queens.
Yeah, it's coming to we got Del Lago Casino here. He's doing Del Lago.
Kevin James is funny.
Did I ever tell you I met Kevin James before?
What?
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah. So
positive or negative?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, when you meet somebody, sometimes
Oh no, it was positive.
Good.
Okay. I thought, well, I hear positive, negative. Sometimes it's about a test, and I'm like, "What test are you talking about?"
Trick question, Rod.
Right.
No, I was in. We went to Vegas years ago. Me and my buddy and his little brother. He turned 21, so we all went to Vegas and stuff to celebrate with him. And I had been out there like year before. It was at the Golden Nugget, and there was actually Randy Couture holding a celebrity poker tournament. And it was like in Ballroom B or whatever like that and everything. I'm like, oh, I know that ballroom. We should go crash it. And my friend's like, how are you going to crash it? I'm like, I know how to get into the ballroom, whatever. So ended up getting over there because I spoke there previously, got in, ended up meeting Randy Couture, and then took a couple photos with him. He was cool as hell. He invited like us to this after party, put us on the list. Like I've never been on the list until I met Randy Couture. And I was actually on the list for a party when I went to the guy, and I'm on the list. He's like, there you are. You're on the list.
Wow.
And but Kevin James was there. Talked to him for a little bit. Real cool guy, real nice. Randy introduced us and everything like that. And there were a few other celebrities. Chumley was there from Pawn Stars and a few other stuff for a whole benefit. Rampage Jackson came over. My buddy's little brother's like freaking out because he's a huge MMA fan. And so I was like, yeah, we'll take a picture with Randy or whatever. He's like, no, just he couldn't do it. He was too nervous. Yeah. And he's like, there's Rampage and there's this person. And it was just like, it was a blast. It was a cool time though. So
Chumley, holy shit. Was this before Chumley got busted for like dealing like major marijuanas and
because he was back when he was like heavier and stuff too a little bit. So this was like back, I want to say it was like 2011, 2012, somewhere around there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah. What's that?
Cheers.
I know,
Nick,
obviously, I know Josh.
I met him from Hoppier days.
I've talked to Rod before and Ben. I don't know if I know you, FLX.
That's Dan.
I'm Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. The other half of FLX, the better half.
Mike never
to you.
hangs out. I don't know where Mike is.
Mike despises the online community, and I'm a man of the people, so that's how it goes.
Yeah,
it's important to be a man of the people.
In other words, Mike has a life, I don't. So
that's why you're a team, yin and yang, right? You balance each other out.
Absolutely.
I don't like it how you say that, given that Jay and Andy aren't here. So,
Rod, were you just saying you met Kevin Smith? Is that what I heard?
I gotta go take him.
Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I was in the lobby.
Kevin James and Randy Couture and a few of the MMA people.
It's funny you mentioned that though, because the other half of FLX, Mike, he's met Kevin Smith many times. So Mike is actually part of they call it the Ants, and it's they do it's basically like this fan club group with like Impractical Jokers and Kevin Smith, and remember Kevin Smith had that show on AMC, the comic book store, and
the comic book.
All that guy. Yeah. So he's a big fan of that stuff, and like they have, meetups. And
I would love to meet Kevin Smith. He's Jersey like me, so.
Oh yeah.
I lived in Jersey.
Jersey, Rod? Yeah, right on. My wife is from New Jersey.
Yeah,
there you go.
Lived there for a few.
Are you guys FLX
Nice.
as in the FLX Culture House in Geneva?
Geneva, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're Finger Lakes. Yeah, we're right outside Geneva, and yeah.
Oh, cool. No, I was just looking your thing up. That's cool. Nice, right on.
Yeah, yep. We're located outside of like Rochester, and Geneva's in our backyard. In fact, I'm drinking Warhorse Brewing, which is in Geneva, New York, and all things so FLX is the acronym for Finger Lakes for those that.
I've been meaning to ask you that. I was wondering.
So in fact, if you come to this area, there are so many businesses like FLX Chicken, FLX Coffee Roasters, FLX.
So you've cornered the market on the beer reviews for.
In fact,
there you go.
Actually, we have so many people.
There's a photo of me and Rankin Tour.
Nice.
Shit.
That's crazy.
I'm bigger than him. It's like, I look like y'all fighting, right? Yeah.
I was like, damn, Rod, you're a big dude. But yeah, we have so many people that like tag us on like Instagram posts and stuff. like all around New York because they're just looking up FLX beer reviews. I'm just like, they don't even mean to. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's us.
That was a good marketing play by you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Stuffed pork chops in the smoker.
Ooh. That sounds
See, Vanessa always does this stuff. Makes you hungry. She's a good cook.
She's always
dude, George Carlin is the man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I have one of his books, George Carlin. Really good.
Yeah, George
gave me
Carlin
one of
was
his.
awesome.
They gave me a couple of his fingernails in the mail.
Stiff Richard. I'm not sure who that is, but
Not sure either, but
the name of that book?
I kind of get the joke of the name there.
yeah.
That's what it was. The book I have is When Will Jesus Bring the Pork Chops? It's a really good book.
Oh, for George
Good question
Carlin
too.
Yeah. I read some pretty good books around that time. At that time, like Mankind, aka Mick Foley from wrestling.
Yeah.
He had Have a Nice Day, which was a really good book.
AKA Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Josh, what is that? Tell me
This will
about
be
it.
my third. This will be my third double IPA tonight. So, so I had the Parish Ghost of the Machine. I had the MC Ghost, and now we have from Modest Man. So they do a lot of music references. So obviously this must be a.
You're breaking out my beer?
This
Dang.
must be a Kendrick Lamar collab. But
No, that's my beer. Bumpy told me so.
Nectaron, Matueka, Citron, Milwaukee. So 8.5.
So if you're having like 3 double IPAs, are you like IPA 3 times squared?
It's a
See, Bumpy told me that's my beer. That damn, Daniel.
Thank you, Modest Man, for not putting Kane on dates, but
Yeah. I
Whoa,
don't understand how companies
Hold on.
they still don't do that.
Forgive me for speaking out of turn here, but that's not a bowl, my friend.
He hasn't done a bowl all night tonight. I know.
I haven't brought the bowl out in a minute. I thought about bringing the bowl out earlier. Well, I got 2 bowls. but
Miscellaneous, though, is the clip of me drinking out of the giant Pyrex dish.
the Pyrex dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Everyone.
That was
Everyone
stained.
should
He
be
thought it
bold.
was dirty.
I mean, sometimes I drink out of regular glass, and sometimes I drink out of bowls. I haven't. When's the last time I had the bowl? It's been a while.
Are you growing up here or something? What's going on?
Hey, Josh, did you catch the Sam Matt impersonation video that I sent in for this week's trivia?
I did not know.
Oh man, so I grabbed one of my Yankees hats and I was like, okay, I'm going to turn this into a Phillies hat. And then I took one of my shirts and I drew the Eagles logo and taped it on the shirt. But it was really funny because I saw you had a hat on now. I was like, I started with the one that's like the P with the ball in the middle. And I was like, I'm just too challenged to draw this. So I had to resort to the one that you're wearing pretty quickly because it was like 5:30. I was like, try to like smash this out because Matt could send his video in. But it ended up working out. Tara helped me out. It was pretty funny. I'll send you a copy of it.
Yeah, definitely send me that. Cause
I'll do it right now.
Me and Matt sent Sam the Saquon Barkley trolling video on Instagram.
I saw that. He sent that to us as well, and I was like, "You guys are so insane over there."
He had it was the many men 50 Cent thing, and it pans up, and it's him in the Giants uniform, and then it just snaps to an Eagles jersey. So
these damn Philly boys, they're too prideful. Something has to be done.
We got Kenny Pickett now. We got Kenny Pickett from the Steelers now. So we got some big boys.
You almost made that sound like a good thing.
Yeah, I mean he replacing Jalen, but yeah, I mean he might be more clutch than Marcus Mariota for our second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, I just sent it to you.
I mean, we'll see what the Eagles do. I mean, I think we're still going to do the tush push as a brotherly shove, but
that sounds normal.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll try to change that rule at some point when they do the
NFL
owners meetings.
They're hating on it.
Well, some quarterback got injured from it, right? One of the quarterbacks, I can't remember who it was, got injured from it. They tried it on their team and it didn't work out well.
Well, the NFL is trying to ban that maneuver.
Well, that's like getting more into rugby at that point, right? So it's like a scrum. So
yeah, I mean it's a QB sneak, I guess, but it's like, why are you trying to ban it? Just because people can't stop it, you know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's like I remember, like it's been years since I played football, but it's like you couldn't pull people forward or push people forward, but now you can all of a sudden. It's like they changed it at some point. So
yeah, they're cracking down more on it, but it's just like, I don't know, like just because you can't stop it, why you're gonna ban it? Like, you know it's coming. The defense can't stop it. You know, like
yeah. But there was some that stopped it though. I know a couple of those tackles would get lower, they were able to stop the push from happening. But yeah. But it's funny. Have you seen the video of the talking about like New York and like Boston people? There's a video of like these New York guys trying to order a sandwich from a Boston place online. It's like pretty funny. It's been going around, but like it's like two New York guys are trying to order.
We don't put mayonnaise on the Italian.
And the Boston people responded.
Those guys are out of control, man.
Like, why don't you get out of here? Like, why don't you come over here and make me get out of here?
Yeah. Those are pretty funny.
I actually just got my my Maxey jersey for the 76ers recently, and hopefully
isn't Embiid hurt right now still, or is he back?
Yeah, Embiid's been hurt.
Dan, how do you have a Boston hat when you live in New York? I just don't get that.
Easy.
Well, he's a Cowboys fan too.
I put it on.
He's a Cowboys fan, really?
Yeah, he's a Cowboys
the Yankees fans and say,
"Ooh,
yeah." I mean, I'm a Yankees fan myself because I lived in New York for 6 years. So
screw the Yankees; they're scumbags.
Yeah.
Why you gotta hate the Yankees like that?
Yeah.
No, because go Sox, baby, go Sox.
Man, are you like physically closer to Boston than you are to New York City?
Sorry, really quick. Fuck the Sox, go Yankees. I agree, Rod.
Yeah.
As long as anyone's not a Mets.
So I'm in Baltimore. I'm in Baltimore.
The Yankees are the only team. The Yankees are the only team in America that has to field $25,000 an inning to win a World Series. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, so what? You do what you know.
That's 27 rings.
That's why he's a Cowboys fan. He's used to teams buying championships. That makes sense now.
Not even that. Not even that. Like, I'm gonna throw out the word. I'm gonna throw it out there, and if I offend anyone, I'm sorry.
Oh,
depends which word it is.
Yeah.
You guys are so fascist that you won't even allow your guys to have beards. Like, that's fascist as fuck.
I thought it was so funny when they got what's his name, Damon, and they made him cut his beard. That was amazing.
Bring back Big Dom on the sidelines in Philadelphia.
I never knew the Yankees players could have beers, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or names.
They could have mustaches, though.
It was a George Steinbrenner tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm drinking from Grow Brewing Company. This is their Dimension. It's a black lager.
That looks
like that art.
Daisy. That looks like Daisy Cutter from Half Acre, kind of.
Some nice artwork.
Well, black lager.
What's that saying in your glass there?
What's that?
What's that saying in your glass? I missed it.
It says, "Put some magic in your mouth."
Oh, nice.
It's a tagline of a local brewery here, Crafties.
Cool.
Put some magic in your mouth.
Oh, that's the one you always get Crowlers. That's the one you always get Crowlers from Crafty.
I think.
Yeah, they're like a witch themed kind of brewery.
They look like Zelda type stuff.
I think Magic learned his lessons back in the '80s about putting that in people's mouths.
God damn it! Get your mind out of the gutter, Rod. Hey, did you watch that show?
Magic Johnson would not approve of that glass.
Hey, did you watch that show though?
Yeah,
Showtime?
it kind of sucks that it ended after 2 seasons. You know about the Lakers dynasty, right?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do you feel as though they portrayed Jerry West to be this most evil son of a bitch in the world?
Here's the funny thing. You mentioned that. I actually met Jerry West when I was at WVU. And he was one of the nicest guys to actually meet. So it's kind of interesting they had that portrayal. Now, meeting someone just at an event versus meeting someone in what they're doing for a thing, I can see where there might be a difference. I can see him being intense on stuff, but as a guy, he was really nice. I had his autograph and everything, and we talked for a little bit, and he seemed to be a nice guy, but I can see where he wasn't that much enamored with being a Laker and wanting him to win. I can see where it'd be frustrated to him. So,
yo, Josh, check this out.
I'm a huge Lakers fan, by the way.
Our boy's on. He's alive.
Look at this. Sam is watching us.
Why is Sam watching us?
About 76ers. We were like top 3, and now we're like number 7 in the division. Well, out of overall, but
of live streams.
Well, for basketball.
Oh, you're talking about
this is a basketball
Sixers,
stream
for the Sixers?
No, this isn't. We were just talking about sports and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know the Sixers fell some hard times there.
So yes, I'm from New York. I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
What in the world? That's
wow. That is the dark alliance right there.
How long have you been a Lakers fan? Were you a Lakers fan pre-Kobe or after Kobe?
I was a Lakers fan when Kobe joined the Lakers.
Because I was a Lakers fan with Showtime, and when Shaq got there, but then I left when Shaq left to go become a Heat fan.
That's when I became, because I was always a Shaq and Penny Hardaway fan.
Yeah.
For the Magic, and when he went to Lakers, I just transitioned.
Guys, I got to roll. I got to make some vegan hot dogs. But much love. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks.
Much love to Josh. Last beer forever.
Appreciate you.
You guys have a good one, right?
Again. You too.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you guys.
Cheers, man.
No, but
Kettlehead, right?
Rod, speaking of Embiid, Rod.
Joel Embiid.
I'm telling you,
No, I'm a Lakers fan because I appreciate the
so
Lakers.
much. I don't know, Maxey all day. Like I love Joel Embiid, but like Tyrese Maxey's, he's a beast, dude. Like,
yeah,
he's one of the one of our best players for the Sixers.
The thing with Embiid is you were always concerned around injuries around him, so it was kind of like
kettleheads. That's like saying, "Oh, so you like the Yankees when Jeter was there, but not when Reggie Jackson was there. So you're a Jeter fan, but not a Yankees fan." It's called generations, my friend.
Well, I can tell you the reason I left, kind of became more of a Heat fan at the time when Shaq left, is because Kobe was being a little bitch, so to speak, at the whole time when they were having the whole thing. Like, he got in trouble and he tried to put it on Shaq. And Shaq had nothing to do with it. And it brought like trouble to Shaq's world and type stuff. And it was just like, it kind of just made it like, okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Kobe.
I love Kobe. Kobe's an awesome player. Kobe's probably my number 2 player.
Kobe's always had that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Kobe's always had, he's always been that person who takes any challenge head on, but Kobe has always had a hard time to admit fault.
Like a lot of people like narcissistic like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Jordan never admitted fault, right?
It is Jordan better than Kobe?
Yes.
I agree.
I don't know what you're thinking on, Dan, but the answer is yes.
No, here's what I'm thinking on, because here's the next question that always comes up. And I'm just going to squash it right now. Fuck LeBron.
No. See, here's the thing. To me, it's Jordan, it's Kobe, it's LeBron. That's the way I kind of look at it. And I tell you, the one that gets left out, if his career wouldn't have been shortened, I bet you that Magic would have been in the conversation too. Magic went to 9 championships in a decade, won 5 of them.
Yeah.
And was dominating and leading, was planned to be pretty much the all-time assist leader.
But here's
the only reason Stockton caught him because he had to retire.
base it on championships, though.
No, I'm just saying all around. When you look at the numbers and what they actually done, and you look at the awards, the stuff that Jordan did, defensive player of the awards, the times he's won player of the award, the MVPs, everything like that. Like, LeBron has never won as much in the season that Jordan has actually done.
So To me, I sort of assimilated to this, and it's much lesser to an extent based on championships, but in football, right? For me, football, Peyton Manning, without Peyton Manning, that team does not ever succeed. Without Peyton Manning, like Peyton Manning was a coach on the field, a general. Peyton Manning was a victim of the Patriots' success. Without Tom Brady and the Patriots, Peyton Manning never had that surrounding defense, right? Peyton Manning never had that. But Peyton Manning was so great. Like, if I had to choose one quarterback ever, I would choose Peyton Manning. To me, a lot of basketball players fall into that. Like you're speaking of.
Yeah, but your Peyton Manning thing, like, you don't win championships without Tom Brady. And Tom Brady never had a Hall of Fame receiver like Marvin Harrison to throw to. He had always kind of changed stuff
Peyton
around.
Manning never had a defense like Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady's a rich Dan Marino, rich man Dan Marino. I mean,
let me just say, every year that Tom Brady was going to the Super Bowl, Peyton Manning was very heavily involved. He was always that bird to the magic.
Oh yeah, he was always in contention.
Right.
But it's like his second Super Bowl that he won. It wasn't even really him because he was terrible in it. He won the first one. Now, don't get me wrong. Peyton Manning's great as a quarterback on the field. I just want to have him as my ultimate. And if you go back and you look at like a Joe Montana, where Joe Montana was actually doing stuff too, like I would have him ahead of Peyton.
Well, let me rephrase that. The Patriots always had more talent versus the Colts.
Yeah.
Position by position.
Position. Yeah.
I'm not saying like great defense like the fucking Ravens or something.
Yeah.
But like comparatively, they always had more talent per position than the Colts. The Colts were never big spenders.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you also had the game-winning drives
Harrison
under Tom Brady and stuff
Reggie
too.
Wayne,
so,
I'm not trying to take away from Tom Brady, but I'm just saying he had much more support than Peyton Manning ever got with the Colts.
Yeah.
So I stepped out of here to go to the restroom. My wife was in here. She put the headphones in. She was a huge Peyton Manning fan, and she agrees with Dan. So whatever Dan said, I didn't even hear it. I'm just saying.
I guess I'm trying to assimilate that to basketball because there's plenty of players on basketball teams that I could say the same thing about, right?
Yeah.
Like not
you
even
said the
like
thing
the
about
Michael
Larry
versus
Bird,
Jordan.
if Larry Bird
or like
was
the
also
Michael
short.
versus Kobe thing. Like it's not even like about that, but there's so many like background players.
Where's LeBron? So LeBron just had 40,000.
But it's a different league. They don't play defense now. Like he should have 40,000. He's played forever. And they're not playing defense. He's definitely a talent.
One of LeBron's championships comes with the asterisks. It was the goddamn.
Yeah. I give him 3.5. I give him 3.5 and not 4 because you're in a dome. You're not actually in a real championship type thing. So I'll even consider it to be 4 championships for him.
I think Jordan's the GOAT, obviously, or everybody else. I mean, there's a comparison between Kobe, LeBron,
Well, people try to go LeBron to Jordan. I'm like, you're cutting out even Kobe being in the conversation. I'm like, no. And the problem with LeBron that you're seeing, and people try to deny it or whatever, like, look at LeBron's videos and stuff. Like, the whole flopping type thing is going to be with him his whole career.
I've always maintained the same argument with Kobe, dead or alive. Like, even when Kobe was alive, I maintained the same argument. Like, to me, it was always Kobe second. Always.
Yeah. And for us, we watch as fans. If you really want to see, you watch the players talk about it.
Bro.
People would lose sleep over playing against Jordan against Kobe. And they're like, nobody lost sleep playing against LeBron.
Dude, you know what was really cool? I watched, what was it? Nick Van Exel or somebody was sharing a story at Kobe, and they were in practice. And J.R. Ryder scored something on Kobe. And J.R. Ryder's like, yeah, you ain't nothing. And Kobe stopped practice in the middle of it. He's like, you and me 1-on-1 right now. And Kobe just fucking destroyed J.R. Ryder. Destroyed him. He was like, this is my team. Like, that's Kobe to a T, though. Kobe was, he's dominant, narcissist, thinks he's better than everybody, but that was Kobe. He put in the work. A lot of these guys don't put in the work.
And I'll say another thing, because you mentioned Bird, and I hated Bird because I was a Showtime fan, but you had to respect Bird. And if Bird would have had to retire also a little bit earlier because of his back, he was just a bad man. And literally, you hear players talk about him, and he would basically
he was a trash talker.
He would talk to him and tell him what he's going to do, and then he would do it and knock the shot over him. He literally, like one of the guys said, he got upset one time because one of the teams put a white guy on him. He was offended that they put a white guy on. And he went to work and destroyed that guy. It's just like Larry Bird was a bad man. I mean,
where would you guys put Iverson? Allen Iverson.
Iverson is up there. He is.
Iverson, I would put Iverson as probably. I wouldn't put him in like as the greatest conversation. I would put him as one of the probably top ball handlers that ever played the game.
Would you put him in top 10?
As far as like point guard ball handlers, or
yeah,
he would definitely be in the top 10. I mean, he was breaking people's ankles. I mean, he was putting people back on skates. I mean, he had the moves that were just crazy.
Vince Carter was another one too. Remember Vince Carter was big.
Can I just think personally, out of every NBA player, I think Vince Carter had the best career out of anybody.
Really?
I do.
I think
like Vince Carter in his prime was nuts, but as longevity, Vince Carter had the most longevity in a career versus everybody, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying, as a career, what a solid career.
With that, I'm going to drop
over Iverson.
Oh,
for other reasons, not because of that. Hope you guys have a great St. Patty's Day.
Mm-hmm.
You too. It's good meeting you, man.
Talking to you.
All right, yeah, nice meeting you, dude. Cheers,
yeah,
dude.
take care.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
See you, man.
Yeah, Vince
What about
Matumbo? I had a chance to meet Vince Carter before, but
Mutombo's up there, I feel like, too.
Well, Mutombo, talking about Vince Carter, I think Vince Carter, a side note to him, I think he had the best potential to be the next Jordan and didn't fully reach it. Because when he came out of North Carolina, he could do just about everything. And he just, if he had Jordan's work ethic, he would have been the next Jordan. Not that he had a bad work ethic, but it wasn't to Jordan's level or Kobe's level. Mutombo is one of the best shot blockers that ever played in the game to me. I mean, his whole thing was holding down the center and being a shot blocker. He was more of a defensive weapon. You're not going to say he was not like you can't put him over Akeem, you can't put him over Kareem, but defensively, he held it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you break it down like that, I mean, there's so many.
Although Chamberlain's probably the best center that played.
Like defense wise, you got your Rodmans and everything. You got your, I mean, and like the Pistons. I mean, for Christ's sake, they are like the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. Like you just did not want to face that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But yeah, there was a lot of cool players. Like, okay, if it wasn't for injuries, like T-Mac. T-Mac was a really good scorer, but ankles.
Well, Grant Hill was a great scorer, but he ran into injuries.
Yeah. So I used to be a big fan of like Sean Kemp, stuff like that.
Sean Kemp.
The Rain Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Muggsy Bogues. Remember Muggsy Bogues?
Yeah. Yeah, one of my partners at work, he played with Muggsy Peak. I think he was in Charlotte, and he had actually played the golf resort.
Who do you feel worse for?
Bogues, and he said the golf club was taller than Muggsy Bogues was. They played it.
What player do you feel worse for that they didn't succeed more? Barkley or Ewing?
I think they succeeded. I just think they just didn't win a title.
You know what I mean? Like they are the going back to football. They're the Marinos of the NBA.
I mean, they still had success. It was just a title. So
yeah, it's like they're the Marinos.
I mean, they're still like top 75 NBA team. They still both make the NBA team, right? So
wasn't that Dream Team the greatest?
That was
I love that documentary.
When they did that, it was kind of like you knew we were going to win all that stuff because they couldn't nobody
match
match up.
Where would you guys put Carmelo? Or would you guys put Carmelo?
Mm.
Top 20?
I don't know why, but to me, Melo always comes off as lazy.
Really?
Yeah.
You see like untapped potential. He could have went to another level possibly, but I mean, Carmelo is like he's a scorer, so
Yeah. I'd put him in my top 20.
I put him maybe top 50
Yeah.
scorers as a top 50 scorer, maybe. I mean, if you're looking at all of basketball, I don't know if he even, he's got the Olympic thing, he's got the championship on college. He couldn't do it in the pros, but he's always a good scorer. He just I feel
What
like
about
he's
Tim
not,
Duncan?
he could never carry a team.
What about
Duncan Duncan Robinson? What a duo.
Yeah, Tim Duncan is one of the best power forwards ever play.
It's like, you think about duos, there's Malone, Stockton, Duncan, Robinson. Well,
there's Malone, right? Malone never won a title. He tried to go to the Lakers at the end to get a title and couldn't get it done. Stockton didn't get a title, led an assist. I mean, Stockton is like Stockton.
What about fucking Drexler?
Yeah. Stockton was like the Cal Ripken of the NBA.
Would you say JJ Redick was the biggest flop of going to the NBA?
No. I got one better for you, brother. Christian Laettner.
Oh.
Well, Laettner had a few years. He made to the dream team.
Redick was much more of an impact than Laettner.
I would have to put Redick. JJ Redick.
No, he was good on the Magic.
JJ Redick was a big flop. I don't know.
I think there's some other ones that are worse. Yeah.
What about Jason Kidd? Where would you put Jason Kidd?
Boy, he's annoying.
Jason Kidd was
Jason Kidd?
No, he was a top player. Jason Kidd was a top player back in the day. I mean, you go into point guard.
List of being annoying.
I think you have to have separate lists for separate players. What? So I think like if Jason Kidd, you're putting him like where's he rank on point guard type thing, and I think he's maybe a top 20, maybe.
Duncan is top 5. Why don't you like Jason Kidd, Dan? What's the beef with
I don't know.
Kidd?
I find him annoying. I like Starks better than fucking Kidd.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than Jason Kidd, I used to like watching Jason Williams play.
Oh, Jay Williams, yeah.
If you ever go back and watch the old
before the whole shooting with the shotgun kind of thing.
Yeah. You ever go back and watch the whole high school footage? Jason Kidd and Randy Moss were on the same team in West Virginia, and they were just dominating.
Sam, speaking of Chris Webber, I actually have a Webber jersey from the Washington.
Oh, the Michigan Fab Five?
I have a Washington Bullets Chris Webber jersey. That was.
Yeah, the Fab Five was a team that should have won multiple championships.
Pippen.
But
Pippen. I mean,
I think one of the best college assembled teams.
Rodman over Pippen for sure.
I think
Pippen was really good at defense, though.
Yeah, well, he's a top 75 player too. But I think at college, one of the best lineups I think I saw growing up, it was that '90 UNLV running Rebels. Yeah, Stacey Augmon and Larry Johnson, and they were just destroying. I think it was.
And then those are players that played the key, like Robert Horry. Oh my God, Robert Horry. Like
he was a piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 7 rings.
Piece, though.
7 rings. Big Shot Bob is what they call him. Big Shot Bob.
I'll tell you this much.
Steve Kerr has like. How many Steve Kerr has? Steve Kerr had like 3 or 4 with the Bulls, and then some with the coaching with the Steph Curry, them Golden State, which really that first ring that he got should have been Mark Johnson's ring, or Mark the coach before Steve Kerr. Yeah. Mark what's his last name? I can't remember.
His kid
Mark.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was there with then he was doing the thing with Jeff Van Gundy. Which like Jeff Van Gundy, I know he gets something happened, he disappeared, but Jeff Van Gundy was actually better as an analyst than he was as a coach.
I mean, out of all the modern players now, I think Steph Curry's like probably.
That's the other thing. If you can't be the dominant player in your decade to dominate in titles, how can you be the GOAT? Because Steph Curry's dominated at the same time during LeBron's been in.
To be honest, Steph Curry was the Mahomes for like those 3 years. He was the Mahomes.
Well, he's got 4 titles. He's got 4 titles. So,
yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm saying.
The dominant player is Tyrese Maxey from the Sixers. He's a beast.
What's the Enigma Hop? Not an Enigma Hop fan either, Dan.
What's that?
Dan
You're not a fan of the Enigma Hop?
Oh, they Enigma Hops can.
Yeah.
Can fuck right up.
Listen, if I was Jeff Bezos and I had the money to do so, I'd burn every crop of Enigma down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's a terrible.
Pippen was a good player, but I mean, who are we
defensive?
to? I mean,
he was a defensive player.
Okay, but there's a thing. There's a thing. If you take any of those fucking Bulls players and put them on any other team, you're saying different shit. It's just they're overshadowed by Jordan the whole time.
Well, who are you picking, Pippen or Rodman? I'm picking Rodman all day.
I'm taking Pippen. He's more versatile than Rodman.
I mean,
I think
Jordan won with Pippen against Rodman, and then Rodman joined them and they won again.
Dude, Rodman, great at defense, but I'm just saying all around, I'll take Pippen.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about the whole Pippen. Like when they got Rodman, like they didn't really want to get Rodman on the team, and Jordan was the one who wanted Rodman.
When Jordan sat out that fucking year,
he saw the
where was
talent
Pippen?
and rebound
Right there.
Yeah.
I think Rodman's more aggressive than Pippen for sure, but
it's a different game though. All Rodman was doing was rebounding. Pippen was shooting and rebounding and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want Rodman, just look up 20 years later, Ron Artest.
Yeah.
It's actually Meta World Peace.
Yeah, come on, get it right now, Dan.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't call it. Yes.
And don't throw your drink at him when he's laying on the table either.
Dude, that brawl with the Pacers. Oh my God. Wow, what a brawl. What a brawl.
Which I had no problem with. I mean, like,
why are
people
Ron
Artest,
Jermaine O'Neal, fucking
yeah.
Speaking of competitions, who do you guys got with the Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Tyson.
I think it's going to come down to decision.
It's
going to come
down to a fight.
Is it a real fight though, or is it going to be like? So it's like rules where they can't do certain things. And I remember like they had some other celebrity stuff before, but
here's the deal: Tyson's a god.
We would all love to see
fight
Tyson win.
You cannot fight age.
It's going to come down to decision.
Yeah, you can. George Foreman did it. He came back and won the title in 45.
It's going to be an exhibition.
Well, it's definitely an exhibition or an execution, depending how you look at it. It depends what happens.
Do I think Tyson can knock out Jake Paul? Certainly.
There's no reason for Jake Paul to. There's no reason for Jake Paul to actually do the fight because one, if he loses, it's like. Yeah, you lost to Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers ever. And if he wins, it's like, oh, you beat an old man. There's like Jake Paul's got like a thing where it's like, because he's trying to say this gives him status or whatever.
Right, it's okay because the fight's rigged anyway. So,
well, yeah,
it's about the buys. It's about the buys.
It's gonna come down to decision. I guarantee you, it's all about money. They're both.
Here's the thing:
right?
If it's a real fight and not exhibition, Tyson wins first 2 rounds.
You never
Tyson knocks Paul out.
Never underestimate old man's strength. That's what I'm going to say.
Tyson knocks Paul out first 2 rounds. If it goes after 2 rounds, Paul wins.
Yeah, he can. That's a thing. If he might slow down Tyson, but obviously Tyson is still a beast.
Have you seen any of the training footage for this fight that Tyson's been sharing? Yeah. Or they've been sharing with Tyson's camp? Yeah, it's like
I've been seeing it. Yeah, I hope Jake Paul gets knocked out first round, but it's probably not going to happen.
Again, Tyson is that dude that I feel bad for anybody that has to take a right hook from this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
It's
a
gonna be a
beast.
bad day. It's gonna be a bad day.
This is like Balboa. I got one more fight in me type thing, and yeah, don't underestimate him.
I would love to see Tyson win, but I think it's going to come down to a decision, and I bet you Jake Paul is going to win.
Yeah. Well, who did Jake Paul lose against? Because he has the one loss.
I mean, did he fought? What did he fight? Did he fight Conor McGregor?
No, that was
Tyson.
Did he fight Mayweather?
No, who did Conor fight? Conor fought. Yeah, he fought Mayweather, right? Like they couldn't do any. Yeah.
Conor fought Mayweather. That was.
But they had some weird. They had some weird rules for that one too. So
yeah.
I hope Tyson wins, but Vegas is.
But yeah, like Rod said, it doesn't matter either way. It's like what was Jake Paul gonna say? Oh, I beat a fucking 50-plus-year-old at boxing. Like
I think Tyson's like 58 or something like that. But
yeah.
I mean, taking
it's kind of like for Jake Paul, it's like that's much of an upside for him. As Tyson wins, it's like he still got it. You know, he's got the upside on his end, you know. And if he loses, it's like, well, he's older. It's like he can't lose on his end.
Yeah.
I don't think that
I always go back to the Pacquiao Mayweather fight where like the scorecards were definitely rigged.
God.
Pacquiao
Mayweather, holy shit, that fight was about.
You remember that?
Fight? That took so many years to get done, and by the time they did it, Mayweather just ran for Pacquiao the whole time.
Pacquiao definitely won that fight. No.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Say what you want about Mayweather, like defensively, the dude's great. You couldn't hit him.
Well, yeah, he ran from him though too. So
he was hugging and
he was hugging a lot and everything.
Terrible. Yeah, it was a terrible.
But that's the thing, though. Running
he did a
from
strategy.
Him,
I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. I can see his strategy. I'm just saying, Pacquiao was more bringing it to him, I thought, than Mayweather bringing it to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's like saying, "Oh, nobody sacked Michael Vick. He just ran from him." Yeah, it's in the rules. He's good at running.
Don't ever talk shit about Michael Vick.
Michael Vick ran because you couldn't catch him.
Exactly. That's Mayweather. That's his defense.
Mayweather took the page from John Cena.
Might as well be Floyd Vick Jr. I don't know what to tell you.
Marcus Vick could have been a great quarterback, but he obviously got tied up in a bunch of BS. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to see Tyson win, but I think it's going to come down to a decision. I don't think there's going to be a knockout, but maybe. But if it's that,
I will be interested in see what the writers come up with.
The Tommy thing, Pistol Pete was a bad man, but a lot of young people don't know about Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
Maravich.
Yeah, he was a hell of a baller.
Rod, who's going to the Super Bowl next year? What team do you have going?
I don't usually watch the NFL as much, but I know one thing: you can't ever count out KC. You can't count them fuckers out.
Speaking of the NFL, I'm not a fan, but Nikki's a fan. She's a Steelers fan. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Pittsburgh. You got Russell Wilson, then you trade for Justin Fields.
Russell Wilson. What's his name from Chicago?
Hey, Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season, so they might be onto something.
I know, but I don't get it. You just gave up that much for Justin Fields, but signed Russell Wilson. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know what that's like? That's like some Madden shit right there.
All I know is I'm gonna get my Kelly Green, Saquon Barkley jersey and just troll.
Oh my god, what? That's so terrible.
I know my friends back in Cincy looking for the Bengals bounce. I personally,
Barkley's a piece of shit. He's a bubble boy.
Not just because I'm here in Baltimore, but I tell you what, them adding Travis Henry is going to be trouble for the AFC. have a Travis Henry and Lamar in the same backfield.
Listen, if you can get him off his walker for about 5 minutes just to run up the field, good for you.
Travis Henry, man.
The Ravens, I don't know what happened with Lamar flopped in that play.
No, they got to the championship game. They lost to KC. You don't bet against KC.
Rigged. It's rigged. Everyone
Yeah,
wants to see
definitely.
KC win. That's what it was. Can't stand KC.
Oh no! So like,
Sam, you better buy that Kirk Cousins Atlanta jersey. That's what's up.
have you seen all the Kirk Cousins memes they got out there
All
now
I gotta
with him
say
in
is
Atlanta?
Kirk Cousins
Hey,
is getting paid, dude.
Kirk Cousins
His
is paid
agent-
more than Tom Brady. How does that feel?
He knows how to negotiate in the contracts like that.
Oh,
Dude's getting like Kirk
That motherfucker
Cousins
has
is-
made more than Tom Brady.
And he's only won one playoff game.
Yeah, yeah. He's making.
I mean,
bank.
Washington
He's
kind
making
of helped that.
bank.
2 years, like consecutive franchise tags. What?
Like, I don't know who your agent is, but he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, his agent's laughing at. He's laughing to the bank. Like he's
He's got to be with Drew Rosenthal. I mean, his agent's getting him sold everywhere.
No,
yeah.
fuck that. Like,
Dan has.
if I was any prospect in the draft this year, I'd be like, "Who's Kirk Cousins' agent? I want that guy."
I want that guy.
Dan, how's Dak gonna do this year? Is he gonna make it?
Here's the thing. I've been waiting every day of this free agency round and all these trades to read the headline: Dak Prescott traded or released.
Not gonna.
how's
Jerry
that
Jones.
happen
That's his boy, and
Oh
Dak
my
is
God,
Jerry
Dak is
Jones'
terrible.
boy.
Dak is
And
terrible.
Mike McCarthy there.
Dak's terrible.
Even his own. Even Dak's own brother.
You know what's going to happen? The Cowboys, instead of making shit happen, we're going to do more of the same. We're going to bring back Zeke now that Pollard's gone and rub that wheel again because that worked before.
Why would you bring? Yeah, you want to bring back Zeke? Yeah,
Because it's the Cowboys. Because that's what they fucking do. Mike McCarthy's tired and garbage. Jerry Jones is tired and garbage.
You'll
just saying,
never get anywhere.
if your star
until
running back
Jerry
is out there in a
Jones
crop
leaves.
top, you're in trouble. You got to start running back in a crop top. Forget about it.
Jerry Jones needs to leave.
And until Jerry Jones leaves your organization, you'll never get anywhere.
Well, he's gonna have another one of his
That's-
kids take
that's
over when he
facts.
leaves, probably, right? So
Yeah.
We've been the only
it's like
Before,
the Bengals
like,
and Mike Brown. They had to go
was
through
it
that.
before 2 days ago? We were the only team in the NFL not to participate in free agency.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Eagles have been snatching up all kinds of people. I mean,
Well, Barkley's a stupid move.
Well, at least you always have the Giants to kick around.
yeah, right. A giant
Listen,
killer. Now he's a
If
legit giant.
here's Barkley's ankle, right? Here's my finger. Barkley's ankle smashed. He's a bubble boy.
Yeah, we still got AJ Brown and fucking, you know.
And what's up with that? Jalen Hurts donated his goatee to Dak Prescott. What was up with that?
Now he's got his goatee back.
You saw that?
I seen the picture.
Jalen
where
Hurts
he-
didn't even look at
yeah,
Jalen Hurts, and Dak's sitting there with a new goatee. I'm like, what the
he was
fuck?
clean shaven. Yeah, I seen the picture.
It was weird.
Yeah. What? I mean,
That ain't right.
Jason Kelsey's out. Fletcher Cox
Tommy.
retired. Yeah.
I never understood that, Tommy. I don't know why George did that, but it made it easy on him. Just name them all George.
If the Eagles don't go to the Super Bowl this year, it'll be Big Dom. Yeah, Big Dom. Shout out to Big Dom. What a legend. Big
Is he
Dom.
back with the Eagles, or is he kind of like just fired and that's it? He had to move on.
Oh no, he's been with the Eagles. You just can't.
He can go
he might not
sideline.
this year. Yeah, that's where we dropped. Ever since Big Dom got kicked off the sidelines ever since that San Francisco game, we just went downhill. The locker room got lost. You know, we were 10-1, and then we flopped.
I thought you guys had a good year heading this year.
Oh, so did everyone else. I'm like, oh, we're 10-1. We're going all the way.
I actually last year my job, my sales conference, we have an annual thing in August, and they brought in our keynote speaker, and the keynote speaker had actually worked with Hertz. So he showed us
Oh,
a
wow.
video. He showed us a video of Hertz actually that they worked on, like training and motivation, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And it looked like Hertz was just definitely driven in the video. I'm like, they're gonna be a tough team. And you guys got off to a quick start. I was like, oh, they're locked in. And then the wheels came off the bus.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think that Nick Sirianni lost the locker room from the reports, and the players didn't want to play for him anymore. I think we don't. I think we should have got rid of Nick Sirianni this year. I don't know. We change everyone else up. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. We got Matt Patricia, and
Yeah.
But I think Nick Sirianni should have been gone this year. But
Why'd they ever get rid of Peterson that got you guys to the Super Bowl? Was there something of a fallout after that or something? Or because you win a Super Bowl, you think you're going to be there for a bit?
I mean, Howie Roseman, I guess, wasn't a big fan of him. But I mean, he got us the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously Nick Sirianni got us close to the Super Bowl. We went to the Super Bowl, but yeah, I just think, I don't know. I know there's been talk with, a lot of the players, Smitty, AJ Brown, stuff like that. And they were like, oh, they didn't really respect Nick Sirianni, and once you lose the locker room, you're done.
Yeah.
If your players don't want to play, I think we just kind of gave up this last season, and I don't know. We got some big trades this season. We'll see how this year's season goes, but I don't know.
Well, what are they saying on the Phillies this season?
It's up and down. I mean,
because you guys were in the running some last year, so
yeah, we went to the world. I mean, we were in competitors for World Series type stuff, and
Dude, the Expos
our bats went cold during the playoffs, and
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's
classic.
Yeah, it's Philadelphia sports. It's up in the air. Things go up and down, and
so right now it's plus 8,000 if you bet on the Red Sox to have the worst season record.
The worst season record of all the teams, or just the American League?
Whole team.
I don't think Boston's going to be in October. They're not going to be playing ball in October.
I don't think so either.
Well, it sucks here in Baltimore because Batista's out for another year, probably. Getting rehab.
Yeah, the Orioles had a good run last year. They had a good run.
Honestly,
but they lost Batista, which was the closer. Yeah. That's like the Yankees losing Rivera, right? It's like.
Honestly, I think it's finally Dodgers here. I do.
Yeah. Well, Dodgers won a few years ago, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, Dodgers went all out, right? They got fucking Ohtani and all that stuff.
Yeah, Ohtani. Yeah.
Although he got married.
Getting a little whiskey out.
Remember what happened with Russell Wilson when he got married?
Well,
when he finally lost to Virginia to Sierra. Well, downhill after that, brother. He found the power of the P. Power of the P.
So she taught him some tricks.
Before his whole mindsets is on football, the weight room. Then she shared it. It was game over.
He wasn't prepared. He wasn't like Kevin Hart.
No.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's like that.
Ready.
It's like that summer. You tell your boys, yeah, we're doing all this, and then you find that girl who just whole summer you're MIA.
Well,
like horrible night,
2 years
sunshine.
ago, Philadelphia was on top. So the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. The Phillies are on the World Series. And the 76ers were in the NBA final. And we all we lost everything. I was like, God damn.
So you're saying it's LA's year now?
I've noticed, Josh, you never bring up the Flyers.
So yeah. Yeah, and the Flyers have been garbage ever since Giroux left. And I mean, I have a Flyers jersey, Giroux, but like, it's been a
was it back in the day? Legion of Doom? What was it called with the Flyers? Like I'm thinking, like way back.
The Broad Street Bullies.
Legion of Doom, that's WWF.
Well, I thought that too, but I thought back when I'm talking about back when like Bobby Flynn and them were on the Flyers, it was like Legion of something. I thought, but maybe not. Yeah.
Like
I know that was a
70s.
Legion of Doom too.
I never got
Like
into
the
hockey.
80s, 90s, but
Yeah, it was the Legion of Doom, but
yeah.
I mean, look, the last time we won the Stanley was, I got it right here, the 74, 74,
Go
74,
Sabres.
75. Last
Oh,
time
now
we
you're rooting for New York team finally?
No.
You said Sabres. You said Sabres. That's
No, I
New
said
York.
go Sabres on behalf of Mike, but actually I told Mike, because I'm slowly getting into hockey.
Dan's an island.
And I told Mike and Joe, I was like, I think I like the Islanders. And they both looked at me.
Yeah. I think for Tommy's question,
Sorry.
I think Jack Johnson fought for the cause. Kind of, it was respectability as well. I think he pretty much saw at the times what they were, and he
Isn't
fought.
he an artist, singer?
He was a boxer back in the early 1900s.
No, Jack Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking of Jack Johnson, like banana pancakes and shit like that. Yeah.
I think he fought for respectability, and I think he saw himself carrying the weight of being a black boxer as well. So I think he fought for that part of the cause too. But he was a hell of a back then. It was like they didn't have like the round, like they had like you fought until someone lost. It was like 20, 30 round fights and stuff back in the day. What's interesting to watch now is some of the bare knuckle boxing that they actually show.
God damn. Hey, y'all remember Kimbo? Kimbo Slice?
Kimbo Slice, yeah.
R.I.P. Kimbo Slice.
You ever watch the stuff where he did like in Florida before he made it mainline when they were doing like stuff on YouTube and
I was watching that shit on
fights?
What the fuck was it? Not YouTube, but it was what am I, E-bombs or something like that. It was like graphic.
Yeah. When it was
Did you guys ever watch like
when the guy was doing Girls Going Wild, he was doing Kimbo Slice videos.
Did you guys ever watch like the slap where they hit like the big old
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw like the after effect of like this chick. She did a slap contest. Her whole face, it was just like
Ripple.
blew up.
Yeah, that's crazy. The slap competition. What is it? Is that what it is?
And that's the thing. I could never do a slap contest because for me, a slap is so much more disrespectful than a punch.
So you're saying you'd be like Charlie Murphy.
Like I think I get more irate over a slap than a punch. If you want to punch me, great. But like I think a slap is just like the extra inch of just like disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't respect you enough to punch you. I'm just gonna open.
Well, it's like being a kid. We used to talk about like when we're back in high school. We see these videos or movies, and it's like the person would slap the person with the white glove. It was like that just felt so disrespectful. Like you didn't punch him, you just slapped me with a white glove. Like yeah, I agree with you on that.
Dolomite, the baby powder.
You ever watched like the slap competitions where they had like they put the fucking powder on and just
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I saw the one chick, her whole face was, she looked like she was never gonna have kids again. It was crazy.
I could see you doing that, Dan. You can enter a slap competition.
I've been working on trying to kill this bottle for a while.
I see that you're working on it right now.
I'm working on
Not
it.
even using the glass, just straight from the bottle.
Well, here's the thing. All my glasses are out in the kitchen. I have a glass in my liquor cabinet here, but I don't have like dirty in it. And this bottle, I'm so close to finishing it.
No.
So I'll just
Dan,
take a little sip.
Dan only drinks Pappy.
That's the one video I should have shown. I can't remember all the live streams we've done over the years, and that's on the 9-year anniversary thing. We had one when one of our friends, Donnie, got on there, and she was trying to finish a bottle like that. She just picks up like a bottle of like Jack or whatever. She's just chugging it straight from the bottle. And we're like,
oh God,
what is going on right now?
No.
See, to me, this is many people are like, what are you doing? To me, this is no different from drinking a fucking beer out of a can.
Dan's gonna be.
Well, you're just
He's gonna
sipping
be
it
waking
though.
up late tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be
It'll be St. Patrick's Day, so it'll fit right in. It'll be relaxed.
Yeah, right. Dan's celebrating early.
I got some. Dude, this is great. The Michter's Rye.
Michter's.
Oh.
So if you don't enjoy rye, if you've never had rye, this is a perfect gateway, and a single barrel too. Like this is huge, like deep chocolate, just kind of.
I've never seen that one.
Michter's?
Yeah.
I think you have, but you just haven't looked for it.
I'm looking at the label. I've never seen that label before when I've been in the whiskey aisle.
I don't have that kind of money to spend on that.
Not when you're buying all the brewery.
Meanwhile, Josh drops $300 on beer every week.
Yeah, I said not when he's buying all the brewery beer. He doesn't.
I spent $150 today, right, on a case of beer. Well,
here's the thing: pound for pound, though, Wild Turkey 101, you can't beat it. You really can't for the price.
Wild Turkey for years, but yeah,
Wild Turkey 101 is just a good flavor. That Michter's though, that's good.
Yeah.
Dan only drinks Pappy. He only drinks Van Winkle and.
It is funny when you buy craft beer though. They like ring everything up, and you're like, "What? Did I miss something?" Like you start thinking like you're looking at stuff in parts, and they give you the whole total. It's like
I don't like the fact that Josh hates on me because I chased Troon with Pappy. That's bullshit.
You and
Well,
Pappy.
I just slammed Troon beers and chased it with Pappy.
Where is Troon from? New York?
New Jersey.
I always hear about Troon.
They're
New Jersey.
from New Jersey. Yeah.
So I need to try to find Troon when I'm back up there.
If the lights on, you can get it.
Well, yeah, when the lights on, that's when
Where they at? Are they at North Jersey? But they distribute, right? Or no distribution?
Nope. You gotta be. So Troon, like they'll put out posts on Instagram, and it's already sold out. They're like, "Oh, thanks for that." You know, it's one of those type of breweries where it's like you gotta know someone that knows someone that's when the light's on. So my buddy went there. There's like a light. Apparently, there's a light.
Like Krispy Kreme, some Krispy Kreme type
kind
brewery
of,
here.
yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. And like they only do, it's all small batch. Like
I feel like when
do
somebody says
growlers.
they're out looking for Troon, it's not beer. I feel like that's just not beer.
It's beer. It's just you gotta be there on the day when they do a release.
I just feel like Troon is code word for something else. That's just me, you know. I just feel like I'm going to go get me some Troon. Oh, are you now? Like I don't think beer off the bat.
Good luck. Good luck if you're there when they release.
I'm like, that's what the kids call it nowadays. That's what the kids call it now, Troon.
That's like I was talking about Floodlands.
Right? Troon is straight mid. It's mid. That's
mid. Actually, you know who's harder to get than Troon? Floodlands. So Floodlands only puts out 4 beers a year. You have to be on a mailing list. They only do mixed firm beers, and they're like one of the best they're like world class, like one of the best mixed firm
So-
beers. Only 4 beers a year. You have to do
I
on
feel
a
like-
mailing.
I feel like that's like the business model, though. Like if you're opening a place and the business model is, okay, we're gonna make this super selective, you're gonna gain hype no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all mixed firm beers. Like I said, it was a dude who started Holy Mountain out of Washington. It's like his side project.
Can I ask a question?
Uh,
Why is Sammy just chatting?
He
I
might be
don't-
doing something.
He's not doing anything.
What time is it over there right now? He's like, what, 18 hours
doesn't
ahead of
matter.
us?
It's
It doesn't
afternoon.
matter.
Troon is just Jersey slang for Columbia's finest. But yeah, Floodlands. You have to get on
It's
a mailing list.
2:55 p.m. where Sammy's at.
They only put out like maybe 30 bottles a year of their beers. And they're all mixed firm. Like they're higher grade than like Side Project, everything else, Hudson Valley, everything else. Like we talk about Troon, how hard it is to get Troon, but Floodlands is probably harder to get than any other brewery. I wouldn't say the world, but in the U.S. to get. Like good luck getting a bottle of Floodlands.
I mean, Fidens used to be the same way, though.
Why is Sammy talking third person to himself?
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about, Rod.
Sammy needs to get on panel.
Sammy's
Yeah,
Sammy's
scroll up
talking
to the
third
link.
person.
There's a link way far up.
I feel like if Sammy's been drinking, that's one thing, but he hasn't cracked a beer, he said, but he's talking third person, so I'm worried about him.
Sammy's been watching football. Sammy doesn't like that, Rod.
I'm like Elaine from Seinfeld.
You know what? I'm actually watching season 7 of Curb because I'm catching up before I watch the new seasons. And season 7 is where they do the fucking Seinfeld reunion. It's great.
Oh yeah, but you know what show I started watching a few nights ago was Halo. I didn't realize I had Halo because I have Showtime to get Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
that's actually a pretty damn good show.
Fallout starts in April.
Is it on Paramount or
Amazon?
Amazon. I got Amazon too, so I'll have to maybe check that out. But
I just watched because I had with the purchase, I had 3 months free of Apple TV. We just watched Silo. Pretty good show.
I heard that was pretty good too. Yeah, we're all like in this. Yeah, the missile silo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did start watching. I did start watching Rick and Michonne lately. Walking Dead. We're watching that now. So.
Oh, is that out?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
What's it called?
The Ones Who Live.
Okay.
So it was a Michonne finding Rick and stuff, and
what's on AMC Plus or some bullshit?
Just AMC. Yeah, so they got a couple spinoffs now, but it's like.
See, I don't subscribe to a lot. Like, if I subscribe to something, I wait till the whole thing's out, then I do it and watch.
That's how my wife does it.
You know what I mean?
She can binge it all there. Yeah.
To me, it's like, okay, it makes sense. Like, you want to watch
Cheers,
a whole
Tommy.
season of something. Why not just pay the month for that service, watch your season, be done?
Yeah.
It's like renting a show or buying a show.
You guys watch Yellowstone?
Oh,
yes. I'm waiting for Yellowstone to come back. I'm like,
yeah, I know, because the strike happened, so we only got 8 episodes in. 5
it was supposed to
in.
be. Yeah, it was supposed to be back. I thought like February or something.
I just watched because we got Paramount Plus, so she could watch some movie, Paw Patrol movie with my kid. But I just watched was it 1886 or whatever it is?
Oh, that's the spinoff from
the prequel.
Yellowstone. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I heard that was good too.
I'm gonna watch the 1923 next.
Well, I just realized because, like I said, the whole Showtime thing I didn't know before, but I've got Bass Reeves which is another one that the guy that wrote Yellowstone, it does the Bass Reeves one, and that's who the Black Ranger, the Lone Ranger, was based off of. So I'm gonna start watching that one too because that looks pretty good. I'm
about to start Monarch.
I heard that was good too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on Max. I was like, I watched Godzilla. I watched Kong, Skull Island. I watched Godzilla
they got another one about to come out too. Another movie's about to come out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch Monarch, I think. But I tried watching Oppenheimer. I stopped.
Oh, Oppenheimer was a great movie.
I stopped.
How did you stop? How did you stop? It was so good.
I had an hour left. I was like, yeah.
How? It was so good.
No,
Cillian Murphy was awesome in it.
Boring.
No, I don't know what to tell you there, son. I don't know what to tell you, but that's why they won the Oscar. That's why Cillian Murphy won. It was so good.
Discussion, more bombs.
It was all about the strategic.
Oh, they got that.
You know, there were only 2 bombs that were dropped. You already knew that.
We'll see.
It was good. It was solid.
The next movie on Apple TV, I was going to watch the with DiCaprio though.
I want to see that one too. Flower Moon. Yeah.
I heard that was terrible. My barber watched it.
No.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean,
I want to
see Oppenheimer for me is like something I had to watch in 2 nights, so I'll get back to it.
If you read about the history of, doesn't only pick up until the end. That's what I heard.
If I'm interested because I read the story behind the whole Flower Moon thing, and there was some.
Yeah.
It's an interesting history. Like they don't teach you that kind of stuff in school. But when you actually look at it, you read the stuff about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So I'm interested. Scorsese's always solid. Always solid. So
I mean,
I like The Irishman.
The actors, great.
But I actually DVR'd. I forgot American Fiction a couple nights ago, so you might try to watch that tomorrow, maybe. I heard that was really good with Jeffrey. I remember his last name. He was the guy that was in the robot movie on HBO when they had it last year.
Show on Max. The Little.
I can't to my neck. Yeah, I don't have Netflix anymore.
That's good. That's good programming, Sammy. Yeah. Keep rewatching the bowl discussions. You guys watch Squid Games? You know, I didn't realize they did an American version. I need to watch that one still.
So, a really good show on Amazon or HBO is The Outsider. It's based on a Stephen King novel. It's really cool. It's got what the fuck is his name in it?
You ever watch Ozark? Ozark is pretty good.
I never watched it. My wife watched it and really enjoyed it and said how good it was. When I was going to finally watch it, it was like the last season. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it now. It's over. Like,
Euphoria was another one too that was on HBO.
Yeah. I heard that was good too.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, he was in Ozark.
Yeah, so he's in The Outsider.
Oh, okay. True Detective was another good one too. With
season 4. Yeah. So I watched season 1, hated season 2, never watched season 3. Season 4 was something.
Season 1 was the best one. Matthew McConaughey, like, fantastic. I watched Stranger Things, the first 2 seasons.
I just got caught up on Stranger Things a couple months ago. I'm looking forward to the new season. The last season was actually pretty good. So for me, again, being a Gen Xer and the time of the setting, it brought back a lot of good memories of just like the 80s for the way the last season was actually done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are they up to now? What's strange? Is it like season 4 or something like that?
They're done.
Yeah, season 3 or 4 is what I just finished. Yeah, no, they're not done. They come back to summer for the last season.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're done though.
Yeah,
I did watch
when they come back out.
Yeah, I just watched The Last True Detective as well.
Tell you what, what's her name is growing up? 11.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like straight up like pretty much grown up now.
And have The Last of Us coming back at some
Yeah.
point too.
It's like a homegirl from
Tourist and a
Game of
Gentleman.
Thrones is all grown up too.
You know, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I haven't either.
That's wild.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I
That
just-
is
yeah.
wild that you've never
My,
watched
watched
it.
my wife watches it. She watched it all, but I never got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. Like I get it. Like there's so many shows and stuff out, but that's just, to me, that's wild that you've never even like explored one episode.
Yeah. Well, I think when it started is when it was like I was like into fantasy and doing football. So I was watching like Sunday Night Football usually. So I never got into it. And then by the time I wasn't watching football anymore, I was like, oh, it's like 4 or 5 seasons in already. I'm not even get into it now. But yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot of episodes to watch.
Right. You have to go back and catch
Lot of
up on
seasons.
stuff. It's like,
I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm a huge fan of Supernatural. If I'm gonna like tell anyone, hey, watch Supernatural. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
watch 13 seasons of 22 episodes each on each season. Like that's, hey, commit the next year of your life to watching.
Yeah.
Well,
Supernatural.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, well, if you're not starting the season when it kind of comes out, like now you're way behind. And it's like,
Well, some
Yeah.
shows, but I mean, Supernatural was
6, 7
one that
seasons.
it ended after the 5th season, but then kept up.
you know what else will blow your mind? I've never watched Breaking Bad.
Neither have I, actually. Yeah.
Wait,
I-
so
I-
none of you have seen Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones?
No.
No. Nope.
Well, since I never watched Breaking Bad, I never watched They Call
So weird.
Me Saul
Did
or
you
whatever.
watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah,
Nope.
I haven't watched that because I never watched Breaking Bad.
No, I never.
Yeah, but you
watched
don't
it
have to,
until-
ironically.
Yeah.
I've watched
No.
Sons of Anarchy. I've seen every.
I've never watched Sons of Anarchy, but I've watched Mayans MC, which actually relates back to Sons of Anarchy on some of the stuff.
Okay, so that's the thing though. Like with Better Call Saul, you could totally watch that and never watch Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and like it wouldn't be a disservice because there's a lot of fan service, but it's a new story, and
Yeah.
wow, that's wild.
It's like somebody asked me earlier today, like if I ever watched The Wire. It's like I've only watched the first 2 seasons, but then I got out of it somehow. So I've only
The
seen the
Wire?
first couple seasons. Yeah, I never
Oh,
watched it all the way through.
I watched it all. Love it.
Yeah, I'm just blowing
What about
Dan's
The
mind here right now.
Sopranos?
I love The
You guys
Wire.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Sopranos. I watched all the Sopranos.
I love The Wire. I love Sopranos and Oz.
Yeah, I've seen all of Oz. Yeah,
Actually, you never finished The Wire. That's a disservice.
and I think that was a
The
Sunday
Wire-
night thing. They got
The
into
Wire's
Sunday night
great.
watching football. I think at that time too. So
Out
yeah,
of all the shows, out of like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, everything, you need to watch the final season of The Wire.
but I have to watch a few more seasons before the final season. I'd probably have to start all over again because I wouldn't even be able to relate to
Well,
it.
here's the thing: season 2 isn't directly involved with season 1 or 3.
I'd pick The Sopranos over The Wire though. I've watched all.
Sopranos
The
is
Wire.
classic.
Fuck
Yeah.
The Sopranos.
What? Get out of here! Get out of here, dude! Don't ever talk shit about it.
I like
I
the one with
understand.
some pulp.
I understand the ending.
I like the one with some pulp.
You don't like- You're gonna pick The Wire with The Sopranos.
Nobody gets that.
You're gonna pick the.
Nobody
you're gonna
gets
pick
that
The Wire.
reference. I like the one with some pulp.
No.
Then okay, then you haven't watched Sopranos. Go fuck yourself.
You can remember everything. What is it, like Star Trek?
It's
You can remember
iconic. It's like
every little
The
move.
most iconic scene ever. Even North Park named a beer after that fucking scene.
I don't. Yeah, it's like those people
Josh,
say like
Josh, go to YouTube right now. Look up. I like the one with some pulp.
I'm not gonna do it on live. Bob.
it's like.
Yeah,
Don't you remember Star Trek season 4, episode 42? This is what you said. Like, no, I don't remember that one.
All right. First of all of you are weird because
Whatever.
everything.
Because everything. Because you haven't seen these shows.
It's strikingly odd. That's all.
I told you I was going to blow your mind with it. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm part of like some weird experiment. I don't like it.
I've seen all the True Detectives, though. I like the True Detective series.
Season 2 was
I was
garbage.
going to join, but now that I found out Josh and her have
Exactly. I feel like
why is it such a big deal that we didn't watch
fuck
Breaking
you,
Bad?
Sammy. Fuck you. Sammy, fuck you. This shit's weird. You know it's weird. Don't admit it's not weird.
God forbid me and Rod haven't watched Breaking Bad. Like,
yeah, I told you, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. You haven't seen Game of Thrones. You haven't finished The Wire. What is going on in your life that is so traumatic that you can't do this?
What's another show that would surprise you we haven't watched or I haven't watched or
I don't know.
I never watched any Pirates of the Caribbean.
any of them?
That's a movie. Yeah.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
First one.
I fell asleep. I've
seen the first Lord of the Rings.
I fell asleep. Yeah.
I think I saw the second one. I think too. Second one I saw. I never watched The Hobbit. Was it Lord of the Rings and then The Hobbit? Yeah, I didn't watch The Hobbit ones. I was just like, I didn't have 3 hours to go that way. Yeah. I only watched the first Avatar. I didn't watch the second Avatar yet.
Sam, you haven't drinking Foster's. It's Australian for fuck you, Sam.
I never watched any Lord of the Rings.
Maybe one day I'll watch the second Avatar, but I haven't watched that.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you
guys. Dan's so upset.
You do it. What's happening, homie?
I'm not even upset. I'm just, my mind is bewildered.
Oh, Wildwood fries. Like, Wildwood's always great.
The big issue, like, I can see some people saying, oh, I've never watched Game of Thrones. But then you're like, I've never seen Breaking Bad. And I'm just like, it just boggles my mind that you've never seen, like, an episode.
I've never
watched it.
Let's see if this one gets to Dan, too. I've never watched Dexter either.
Yeah,
I've watched a few episodes of Dexter, and but
I've seen the episode of Dexter though.
Yeah, I've never seen any episodes of Dexter.
It's more so not that you couldn't get into the show; it's just more so that like you've never like seen an episode like that. To me, that's what boggles my mind. Like with all the social media we have, with everything we have, the fact that you've never like watched like a portion of it or something.
We don't get into the hype, Dan. That's the thing. We don't.
Yeah, we live our own life.
Have you ever watched Made in America? Made in America on HBO.
Is Dan stuck or is he in shock? I think Dan's stuck there.
Made in America with Eddie
no,
Murphy?
He's not.
Made in America by it's
Eddie Murphy.
What? No, the TV series on HBO, Made in America.
I thought you were talking about Eddie Murphy.
Have you ever watched The Food That Built America?
Now my mind is blown that you never watched.
I watched The Food That Built America and The Cars That Built America.
What are you talking about?
Made in America, the HBO series.
No, are you talking about Made in America with Eddie Murphy?
No, Eddie Murphy was not. I'm talking about like the TV series
where he marries the girl and
they're starting like
the McDonald's there and
like a streetwear brand. What's his name?
I've never seen Lord of the Dead.
Made in America. It was who was in that? It was the dude from.
Was that Ted Danson in Cheers?
Ted Danson's a girl.
Made in America, like the auto dealership.
No, Made in America with.
Oh, no, never mind. Not Made in America. How to Make It in America
with Eddie fucking Murphy.
No, How to Make It in America. That's what it was called. It was like it was an HBO show.
Arsenio Hall.
No, that was coming. That was coming to America.
Oh, okay.
No. Now we're getting to this was a show. This was a show on HBO. How to Make It in America.
Rod's like shame.
It was about like streetwear brands and stuff. They're making like clothes and stuff, and No, how to make it? You never watched that show? How to make it in America? They're like starting
I don't
their
want
own
gypsy
clothing company.
What is that gypsy bullshit?
No, it's not gypsy. Look it up, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm not looking it
How to
up.
make it in America.
I'm not gonna.
It was
do
all
that.
about like how to, they had like this denim brand and they were making like clothes and shit and like they're hanging out with like celebrity. Like it was a big thing.
Is that documentary?
No, it wasn't a documentary. It was a TV show.
James Brown, living in America, America.
No, because there was that documentary.
I'm gonna.
It was that documentary about the dudes.
It wasn't
with Hollister and bullshit.
It ran from 2000. Well, it was only a year, 2010 and 2011. You never watched that? It was the one dude, not Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody was good in the Lakers show. That's Pat Riley.
Oh, he was.
Because I saw it's like I know Pat Riley was such a dweeb at one point.
Oh my god, Jack McKinney, what a fucking asshole he was. Huh?
Oh yeah. Oh man,
whiskey. I heard that.
The Machinist is on right now. That's a great Christian Bale.
Oh,
movie.
The Machinist with Christian Bale, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Showtime right now.
You got
Christian Bale's a psycho.
Well, he played American Psycho.
No, he was a psycho though.
What do you guys think about Jake Gyllenhaal? Do you think he's a
Donnie
good actor?
Darko for the world?
Donnie Darko was a good movie. He's actually playing the Patrick Swayze character in New Roadhouse.
His sister's a little bit of a whore.
Which I've never seen Roadhouse either. The original.
I like his sister in Dark Knight Rises.
His sister was in that HBO series with what do we call him? James Franco. When it was set like in this
Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
It was in set like in the 70s when it was like New York City and it was all.
I love that show.
I can't remember the name of it though, but she was in that.
It was the porno movie.
There was that
series.
There was that movie called Secretary.
Yeah, because she was a bit of a whore in it.
It was The Deuce. Well, she was an actress. Yeah, she was an actress. I mean, come on now, man.
Really good.
I mean, just because she was in the porn industry, don't let's say she was a whore. I mean, that was her job. She was an actress.
Did you see that? Jake, you talking about Jake Gyllenhaal? His sister was Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Well, she was a hooker at first.
Maggie,
so,
she was a whore.
Yeah, she was a hooker at first.
No way. She was in that. I saw that movie in Secretary.
The Deuce.
No, The Deuce.
The Deuce was a series on HBO.
It was about, that was a pretty good one. About the 70s pornography in New York City.
Right, Sammy, a lady of the night. She's a lady of the night.
Maggie Gyllenhaal was a whore?
Yeah.
Josh seems shocked by that.
I seen her in that Secretary movie. She didn't seem like a whore, but no way. That's his older. She's older than him.
Josh is gonna go to bed tonight. He's gonna look at that poster on the wall and say, "You broke my heart."
No, she wasn't a whore.
Oh, she definitely was, bro.
Pull up The Deuce.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Google the Deuce.
Is she older? Is she older than Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, she's an older sister, I think.
Josh, just look up the trailer for The Deuce.
The Deuce.
The Deuce on HBO.
Other than that, I feel like Josh is going to be binging that tonight after this live stream.
Is this recent? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's in the past 10 years.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Just look up The Deuce.
46. How old is Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't know.
He's probably in his 30s, I guess.
Donnie Darko was a crazy movie.
Are you allowed to watch a movie trailer on your channel?
Only 3 years old.
Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't only a few years ago when The Deuce ended.
The Deuce? Yeah, I mean, it was like probably the past 6 years.
That's a movie or a TV show?
TV show, HBO TV show.
Well, the last time I seen Maggie Gyllenhaal was not such a movie.
Don't ignore it.
I'm looking at Sammy's comment down there.
She's not. That's terrible. Oh, she looks a lot different now.
I feel like I just ruined
Her hair.
I feel like we just ruined Josh's life.
Yeah. I don't like the way she looks now. Wow, that's surprising. That's surprising.
Did you watch the trailer?
Gosh, yeah.
No, I didn't watch the trailer. I'll watch it
Why not?
later on. Because I don't want
later on when he's
Later
binging.
on when Alex listens to his music, you're gonna watch the trailer for
No, I'm not gonna.
Later on when he does Sammy's comment down there.
I can't.
Josh is so disgusted he just can't do anything about it.
It's a good show
Maggie
though.
Gyllenhaal is
It is a good show. In fact, she leads the charge for the most part.
Yeah.
Without her character, porn as you know it would not be.
I mean, it was definitely from back then in New York at that time. It's pretty much from what I know. It seems to be that's how it was, right? Because that's when they started like moving everything around.
I thought she was a wholesome woman.
Josh thought she was a Mormon.
Yeah, I thought she was.
I thought she was from a small Amish community.
I'm not even going to watch the trailer because
it ruins your image of her. It's like
exactly.
Brooke Shields and Blue Lagoon.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to watch the trailer.
It's like Phoebe Cates and Fast Times at Ridgemont
Dude,
High.
how inappropriate was that? Brooke Shields and Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
I feel like such a scumbag even seeing that.
Well, it's inappropriate. Jodie Foster and Taxi Driver.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Sally Fields. Remember Sally Fields?
You know what's weird? Growing up, watching movies and seeing like child actors, and now they're all grown up, and then you see them in other roles. It's like, no.
It's not the same. Now I'll never see Maggie Gyllenhaal because I'm never going to watch the trailer for that movie you guys are talking about. Whatever.
Oh, she's such a whore.
I remember when Showgirls came out, everybody that loved Saved by the Bell wanted to see it because of Elizabeth Berkley.
What would you guys rate Megan Fox? Would you say she's up there for?
Well, I mean, what's the scale?
Would you put her in a good actress role or no?
Wait, are you talking about actress or looks?
Actress.
Actress?
I wouldn't say she's a good actress.
What about Jennifer Aniston? Where would you put her?
Oh, Jennifer Aniston. I'll give her a good 7 out of 10.
She was good in Horrible Bosses. Yeah,
good in The Morning Show as well.
Pretty good actress. She's actually gotten cuter as she's gotten older, I think.
Oh,
yeah. She hasn't aged. Yeah, she's aged very.
Yeah, The Morning Show. It's really good. I don't know if you guys watch it, but.
Although I still say Brad Pitt upgraded at the time, but that's just me.
But he's lost out over time, though.
Who do you think is hotter, Jennifer Aniston or Scarlett Johansson?
Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I think of Black Widow, but Black Widow wasn't like a knockout. It wasn't like
Jennifer Aniston's already proved, bro. She's old as shit, and she's still hot as fuck.
It wasn't like the chick that plays Wonder Woman.
What about Kate Upton?
She's pretty cute. That's Goldie Hawn's daughter, isn't it?
No, Winslet.
No, not Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet isn't Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Kate Winslet's from that Titanic, right?
Yeah, she's from like England.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's Kate Upton. I think is the Goldie Hawn daughter. I think
Goldie Hawn was a MILF, right? What was the movie Overboard with her and Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's aged very well. I mean, she's what? What's she in, like 50s? How old is Jennifer Aniston?
60s.
No way.
No, she's not
She's in
older.
her
She's in her
60s?
60s.
60s.
No, Kate Hudson is the daughter of
Kate
Goldie
Hudson,
Hawn.
there you go.
Yeah.
What movie was she part of? The Rockstar one, right?
Who, Kate Hudson?
Yeah. Remember dudes on the roof? He's like, I'm a golden god.
I don't remember that one.
Remember that movie?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, says that's Kate Hudson.
No, it's a different one.
Whatever happened to Cameron Diaz? Remember Cameron Diaz?
She was really hot. No, she wasn't.
Was she married to Dennis Rodman for like a period of time?
Who wasn't? Pam Anderson was married.
Kate
to
Hudson was an Almost Famous. Are you thinking
Yeah,
about
that's the
movie?
one. Almost Famous.
Kate
Okay.
Hudson. That's right. Wow, Cameron Diaz is 51 years old. Wow.
Aniston's 55.
How old's Kate Hudson? She's got to be in her
Kate
50s.
Hudson?
No, she's 44.
Yeah, 44. Goldie Hawn is 78 now.
Blake Lively is one of my big crushes. I like Blake Lively.
Kurt Russell, 73. Wow.
Dude, my big crush was Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel's up there, yeah.
Yeah.
With Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that white tank top.
I haven't seen Jessica Biel in a long time.
Yeah, she's just making babies with Timberlake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot she was married to Justin Timberlake. Although I'd probably pick Scarlett Johansson overall. Like just
You know who my crush was? So it was between Jessica Alba
Oh, she was a dark
and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Dark Angel back in the day.
Jennifer Love Hewitt back in the day was hot.
Yeah. What did she do? She did the I know what you did last summer movies. That's the one she was in, right?
I never got 5 minutes.
Yeah. Where would you put Megan? Where would you put Megan?
You're no help. You're no help at all.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica Alba was. Yeah.
What about Megan Fox? Where would you put Megan Fox?
Jessica Biel was Underworld.
I don't really like Megan Fox.
She's kind of got like that stuck up type face.
Yeah, and Megan Fox is like, she's like hot to be hot, and she won't talk to you kind of vibe.
Yeah, she's like.
Where Jessica Alba was like, yeah.
Well, it's like how does someone like Pete Davidson get all these like hot celebrities?
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, because there was like Selena Gomez and shit.
I guess he's got like a big D or something like that. But like he's getting like.
He's like Nick Foles, fucking big Dick Foles.
Because he's not really that. Everyone's like, oh, he's like maybe because he's funny, but like.
Listen, if I was a chick, Pete Davidson's ugly as fuck.
Yeah, he's a weird looking motherfucker where he's getting all these like.
That's what I'm saying.
He's getting all these hot celebrity chicks.
He's either out there with a fucking 18-incher or something. I don't know what's going on, but yeah,
Cameron Diaz is about to do a movie with Keanu Reeves and Jonah Hill.
Keanu Reeves. That dude's been around for a while too.
You know what? Pete Davidson's our hero.
Why?
Because
Why?
he could be out there with just winning it.
Getting all the crazy.
No, because he could be out there winning it with all personality.
I mean, I think he's probably winning it because he's packing.
Oh, probably, but I'm just saying if it is personality, we all got hopes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's getting all, and then you got people like Pharrell who doesn't age worth shit.
How old
Like,
is
have
Pharrell?
you seen Pharrell? Like, Pharrell looks like he's in his 20s, but he's.
Have you seen Jay-Z?
50s.
Same thing.
Jay-Z's another one too. It's like Beyonce, you know.
They're aliens. I don't care what you say.
They're part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Where's that guy with the big hair from the History Channel?
Oh, that guy, yeah.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy never ages either. He looks just the same every year when he comes on Ancient Aliens. Like,
Right?
I don't know. Jay-Z's, he's a billionaire. Like,
Yeah.
in the hip hop world, I mean, he's
in the non hip hop world. I'm sorry, but like certain people don't age.
Yeah.
Look at fucking Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd looks the same.
Tom Cruise looks still. Probably
Cindy Crawford, same.
Some of that Dianetics magic.
Would you pick?
I would say Cindy Crawford in ages. What? Are you being crazy, Josh, right now?
Would you pick Jay-Z over Nas?
Hell no.
In what?
In hip hop. In hip hop.
Hip hop?
Hip hop.
No way.
Jay-Z over
Nas?
Lyrically
wise.
I actually interviewed Nas back in the day.
Did you really?
When he was Nasty Nas, yeah. I interviewed Busta Rhymes. I interviewed
What?
Cool G Rap. I interviewed Biz Markie, a bunch of the hip hop people back when I was a DJ.
That's
in person,
awesome.
Which was cool. Shock G, RIP to Shock G. Shock G was pretty cool too. They were all pretty cool. Busta Rhymes was probably the funniest because my partner he was so nervous, he kept messing up stuff, and he was like, "Are you working for the station or am I working for the station?" He kept teasing him and like just busting his balls the whole time. Cool G Rap, I interviewed him. He had a bottle of Kessler's hanging out of his pocket, smoking a blunt. He was like lit. Yeah. It was fun times back in the 90s.
That's crazy.
If there was money in being a radio DJ, I probably would have stayed in it, but
that's crazy.
Dan, you would pick Jay-Z over Nas?
Yeah, Jay-Z won.
What?
Wrong.
What? What about
Jay-Z
Big L?
That's the wrong answer.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Big L. Big L was pretty solid back in the day. RIP to Big L.
Yeah.
I'm very opinionated on
what?
Hip hop.
I'm shocked.
Very opinionated.
Jay-Z over Nas though?
Yeah.
I understand like Jay-Z's
not
like Nas to me is like a top 10. Jay-Z's not in the top 10.
That's crazy to me.
No. Not when I consider all the people I've heard do stuff. Like Jay-Z might be probably a top 20, but not a top 10.
See, I don't think Nas is top 10.
What?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That might get you thrown out a few hip hop spots.
I don't.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Nas is not.
No.
I don't know what to tell you there. I mean,
What about Q-Tip?
Q-Tip is solid.
Or
Although
what about Outkast?
I was more of a
Do you play
Fife more than
Outkast?
Q-Tip.
Is Outkast in your top 10, Dan?
Okay, I feel like
when
this
now
could
you're
be a
doing a
whole.
group
I
thing,
feel like
if
this
you-
could be a whole different stream.
This could be a
really
whole
do.
different stream, but Outcast,
This
you're looking at
can't
a
be a
group
whole-
unless
well,
you're
I'll tell you
breaking.
what, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this much.
Now
I'll
we're
tell you this
talking
much.
about it. I'm telling you, Nas versus Jay-Z.
Nas.
Okay. Without getting into a whole different show and whatever, I will tell you this much. I have Black Thought over Nas.
Black Thought's great.
Black Thought's pretty good, but
Nas is iconic.
I have Black Thought over Nas, and I'm throwing in new school. I got J. Cole over Nas.
no, yeah.
You ain't listening to enough J. Cole.
J. Cole.
I don't think J. Cole's. I don't think J. Cole's there.
Dude, J. Cole's last album. Oh my god.
J. Cole.
Oh my God.
J. Cole's great, but
Dude, Nas sucks.
What?
What?
You're just drunk now.
No,
Yeah,
old school Nas is cool, but Nas forgot how to make music. He has.
Look at the reaction I did on my
I don't
channel.
know what it is in hip hop, but Nas is the worst at picking fucking beats. It's like he picks the shittiest beats to try and pick fucking beats. He is terrible.
It's
terrible.
You're talking about Nas.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
half of Nas' albums are throwaways. He's
what?
Yeah.
You're gonna pick Jay-Z albums over. Like, don't get me wrong,
100%.
Jay-Z's great lyrically wise, but Nas, he's up there with like Wu-Tang. Obviously that's a group, but
yeah, half of Wu-Tang's garbage too.
What the hell are you even talking about?
Yeah,
right
what
now?
do you smoke? What did you smoke tonight?
What's in that little?
Sure,
what's
sure.
in your vape?
If you want to compare Nas and You God, go ahead, because they're both like you.
Nas and who?
I'll take Inspector Deck over fucking Nas.
Get out of it.
Oh, I'll tell
take
you
Mobb
that.
Deep over Nas.
Take who?
Mobb Deep over Nas.
Are you picking?
Mobb Deep is good. I won't put it over Nas, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you picking
I
Mobb Deep over Wu-Tang?
No, I'll take Wu-Tang over Mobb Deep.
What about 8 Ball and MJG?
Yeah. I'll take Outkast over them.
Over Wu-Tang?
No, 8 Ball and MJG.
Oh.
I'll take Gangstar over Nas.
Gangstar is great. Yeah, Gangstar is great.
R.I.P. Guru, but I'm not putting Guru over Nas.
Whole body, I'll take Gangstar.
What don't you like about Nas? Just because the beats? You talked about the beats, right?
His first 3 albums, great. After that, nothing. Actually, his last album he just put out was actually pretty good.
What about?
Yeah, I had a reaction to
it was nice
I had a reaction to one of his songs that he just did on the channel.
Yeah. I'm just saying there was a lull there with Nas. Like,
where do you put Big L? Where do you put Big L?
See, here's the thing. I have a lot of people I'm comparing that to that most people don't, just because I listen to a lot of underground, like just not mainstream shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as far as lyricism go, like apathy destroys half these dudes.
Well, that's like the big dilemma between Cage and Eminem. Cage came out before Eminem came out, and Cage never got the publicity that Eminem got. Cage destroyed Eminem.
No, he doesn't though. The thing with M though, like M's strength is he's very good at syllables and making.
But Cage was just as great, but he just didn't get the recognition.
No, he wasn't. Eminem had a thing for building a song and building a story, but yet playing with the syllables to a point where no one else really had that. Like he put it all together.
It's like atmosphere.
You're saying that M had it and nobody else had that?
No, what I'm saying, M was the Derek Jeter of rap. Derek Jeter
not
wasn't
really.
great. No, Derek Jeter wasn't great at anything, but he was good at everything.
Lyrically wise,
I'm gonna say M got a little bit of a push.
He got a push.
He fit a different profile, which I know you're probably going to say, but I've heard hip hop stars over the years do the same thing that M was doing, but not get that push because they didn't fit that same.
Here's the thing, though: how many hip hop stars and how many rappers have come out and said, "M is the shit. M is that real dude."
No, I mean, yeah, there definitely is someone come out and said that for sure. Yeah. I'm just saying there were some that didn't.
I'm not saying like this argument for me isn't about M being the greatest. I'm just saying for M getting his dues.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the people that say M shouldn't get his dues because like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, M is a top 10. He's a top 10 for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He provided something that you don't get. For real. Like when he came along and did what he did, you didn't have that. You never will. Like, it's just like.
See, that's what I disagree with because there were people doing it, but they just weren't getting the exposure. But I think he handled his own to prove over time. That's why he's a top 10 for me. Like what he was doing didn't surprise me as much because I've seen other hip hoppers that were doing it that just didn't get that exposure. And he always built his game up because when he first did the first stuff, it was kind of some silly type stuff he was doing, but then he put more of the work in to kind of develop, and you saw the skill set increase and it becoming better. And the way he was able to change up some of the styles and the way he delivered the lyrics took place. So I gave him credit for being able to do that kind of stuff. But as far as like him coming along at first, he wasn't doing stuff that we didn't hear before and some of the other rappers that were doing.
No, but it took it to a point that, like I personally, like I enjoy many facets of like hip hop and everything. Like for me, like, dude, right now, if you had to take all the new school people, right now, J. Cole is top notch as far as lyricism and putting everything together and all that. J. Cole beats everybody top notch right now in this generation. J. Cole is that G in that generation. Like old generation though, like I enjoy all facets. May not be the best around, but like the cadence and the ability to just go nonstop of like Big Pun is it was unreal, dude. Like Big Pun, if you listen to Big Pun, it's like, holy shit, bro. Like
where would you put Kanye at? I mean, besides
Kanye's first 3 albums are classic hip hop, like gold albums. I would say this is hip hop to a degree because his fucking beats were unrivaled. His ear for music back in the day, even if you go beyond his albums and to other people's music, was unreal. It's like almost on the level like Jay Dilla. Like it's just like the fucking ear for it was unreal with Kanye. Like College Dropout, oh my god, holy shit! Like just pure music. You know what I mean? Like, but like
Kanye just came out with something that said he created every genre of music. He created every genre of
people
music
create genres.
20 years.
Okay, like if you went to a CD store in the 90s,
meds too.
Listen, I am on the team of if you were a fan of music in the 90s and you wanted to look at genres of music, there are certain people that there are their own genre. Like their own genre, Beck was their own fucking genre.
Kanye Ye says he invented every style of music of the past 20 years.
Yeah, whatever. Kanye is crazy as shit now, but that doesn't matter what he did. You're not going to take that away from.
Yeah, no. When he came on the scene and stuff, he did that. He blew up. But
like
I get tired of Kanye on stuff though too. So.
Ever since his mom passed away, he just went crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
well, that and the Kardashian.
It's like Jay, classic album, like Black Album. Oh my god, classic fucking album. You know what I mean? Everything came together on that album.
Yeah, you're gonna have one like that, but you ask like one of the top albums that people will say in hip hop, it'll be The Chronic with Dre. So
Chronic, Black Album. Yep.
There's
Marshall Mathers LP. Yep.
I mean, so at a point, it's a preference type level. But
yeah, I think all things are represented. Just because we didn't say it doesn't mean there's not top.
But Nas isn't in your top 10.
No, Illmatic. Illmatic is one of the top albums of all time.
Yeah.
Illmatic. That's not what I'm saying. I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying about Nas.
But I'm talking about like Jay-Z versus Nas.
I mean, in body of work, Jay-Z bodies fucking Nas. The whole body of work, albums, singles, everything, he bodies fucking Nas. I'm not saying he beat Nas in a lyrical war. I'm saying he bodies Nas. Your whole scope of your
you
work.
got the whole marketing team and all kind of stuff you got pushed out there.
You know how they do they've been doing like on Spotify and YouTube, the verses.
Yeah.
Jay-Z versus Nas, Jay-Z wins. The body of work is out of this world. Like you compare everything he's contributed to, Freeway, fucking Beanie Sigel, like Memphis Bleak, all the songs, the song with Missy Elliott, all that stuff, body of work versus Nas, he wins. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying MC to MC. I'm saying body of work.
I'm talking about MC to MC, like lyrically wise. Like, who would you pick? Nas or Jay-Z?
Like in a battle?
Yeah.
Nas.
Yeah.
Battles are something different. I love battle rap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know who's a mainstream artist who's really good at battle rap, who I respect the fuck out of, and who I would probably take over a lyricist over a lot of people? Joel Ortiz. Joel Ortiz is the fucking truth, man. That dude is.
What about Royce to 5'9"?
Royce is nice too, but Joel's on a different level. He really is.
In hip hop, there's like two artists that people always say you never want to follow at a show. KRS-One and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to follow them up at a show because by the time they're done, it's just, yeah.
What about Luda? What about Ludacris?
So here's the thing. When Luda cared about music, Luda was.
When Luda cared.
Southern Hospitality, dude, that album was.
No, when Luda cared about music, I'm telling you, Luda was that shit. It may have been unorthodox.
I think he still cares about music. It's not all Fast and Furious for him.
Stop, Rod, stop. He doesn't. He's not. Okay. Luda talking about use a hoe versus Luda now. Come on. That's a different Luda. I don't care how you break it down.
Well, some money changes people.
It does, but here's the thing. Luda knows he can get on any mic right now and probably destroy half the rappers on a lyrical level if you wanted to. Luda is so gifted and blessed with just having a great vocabulary and an unorthodox way of putting it. Like his cadence and everything is just like
he's solid, but you wouldn't have him in your top 10.
Not top 10, but I'll put him top 20.
Top 20, yeah.
Maybe.
Dan,
maybe top 30.
5?
Maybe.
Who's your top 5, like lyrically rap, like hip hop artists?
Top 5?
Top 5.
No particular order?
Yeah.
That's really tough. No, because I feel like I'm like from a personal level, lyrically.
Lyrically. We're going lyrically.
I'll put M's in there. Pac was so strong with his delivery. Like every syllable felt important with Pac. It wasn't so much Pac being complex on the mic, but every syllable, the way he presented it, it was just so important. Like I felt like I was listening to like a speech. I felt like I was listening to something that would I have to listen to. I was captivated to listen to. That's how I felt about Pac and his delivery. So I guess I don't know. I guess I couldn't include him then because it's not about it, for me. It's not about lyrics so much with Pac. It's about his delivery and cadence and like how I felt when he delivered it. Fuck, man. Like 5 years ago, I could have been like, oh yeah, here's my top 5. But it's so retrospective for me at this point. Like top 5, like definitely M's in there. To me, Joel's in there. Top 5. Joel is just so nice. He really is. From the moment I've heard him. Black Thought. Man, the last two are so hard. Because there's so many nice MCs out there. There really is.
Biggie's not in that category. So
here's the thing about Biggie. Biggie is, again, he's like Pac. There's something very captivating with it. And he's just he's so fluent. Like everything about him is great. But I don't want to discount, I feel like things have gotten I enjoy very complex. I enjoy everything about Big. It was so nice and just fluent and everything just captured. You put that clip of him on the street with the wired microphone just doing things. I'm like, my God. That's so nice.
You'd pick Pac over Biggie?
Yeah, because I think, to me, for me, Pac is it's just, like I said, everything he says, I'm just captivated. I'm like, I got to hear this.
What about DMX?
X is just great hip hop, but lyricist, no. X is the shit. I grew up on X. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Oh my God. I played that so many times. It's unreal. But like Army of the Pharaohs, the original Army of the Pharaohs CD though.
Yeah.
I had to buy multiple copies because I actually wore out the CD so much from playing it. And that's why my I could easily put Apathy in my shit for top lyricist. You know what I mean? Easy. Because I like that shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know. To me, top lyricist argument, that whole thing, no one ever wins.
So no one's number one?
I can't put a definite number one because I can't come up with a definite 5. But in the 5, I'll tell you. Black Thought's in there, M's in there, Jake, Joel's in there, but
Pac is over Biggie though, lyrically
for me,
wise.
I like Pac over Biggie. I do.
I mean, teach their own, but Biggie, lyrically wise, Biggie crushes Pac.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they're both.
No,
great
I'm saying
they're both great lyricists, but
Again, I'm just saying I enjoy Pac over Biggie music.
I got you. Yeah. Rod, who do you got? Biggie or Pac?
They're not even in my top 5.
Really?
Yeah,
top 5.
but that's what I'm saying, and I got flack for it. They're neither one of them in my top 5.
Rod, who's in your top 5?
Rakim, KRS-One, Chuck D, Redman.
Ooh, Redman.
And then from one of the newer type things, Akala from over in the UK.
Ooh.
Without a doubt.
Ooh.
And then my next 5 would include like Big Daddy Kane.
Damn, no love for fucking Guru.
Probably Slick Rick. Then I'd probably in that next 5 have Biggie, and I have Eminem.
Oh, you put M over Biggie?
No, he'd be behind Biggie, but he'd be right like in that next 5.
So like M, Biggie.
Like Biggie, then M.
What about Most Def? What would you put Most Def?
I put Quali over him.
And then I probably to finish the 10 would probably be Ice Cube. But Most Def would probably be coming in that next. I can see Most Def in there between that 11 to 25 spot, somewhere in there.
Most Def.
Yeah. But that would be
What about
hey, can I ask you a question, Rod?
Who
do you like better, Binary Star or Binary Star or Dark Star?
I don't know if I've heard of either of them actually.
Binary Star.
Are they kind of newer or are they older?
Older.
Indy like 500. When? Like what year?
About the same year that Most Def was hitting up with fucking.
So like early 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, boom bap.
Okay, I'm trying to think because I got out of DJing around 93, 94. Okay. So I may have not paid as much attention to them at that point because I was becoming an adult and doing adult shit at that. So I know the name Dark Star. I don't know Binary Star, but I know Dark Star as far as the name. But
Josh, you know Binary Star?
Binary Star, yeah, I've heard, yeah.
But then also in that next 11 to 15, I like Immortal Technique would be someone that would possibly be in that 11 to 25 spot too. Yeah.
Vinny Paz.
Dude. So yeah, that's why I said Apathy. Like Army of the Pharaohs, like Demigods, you know.
Those are all too good as well, Sammy. If we were
R.A. the Rugged Man.
Dude, I can't show you right now, but I want to show you. In that corner right there, I have the poster for the first Army of the Pharaohs and first Apathy album, a Baby Grand, and I got them all signed. We went to Philly and that record shop. But then I got burnt in a house fire, so it's like semi-burnt, but I still have it framed. But I met all those dudes, Army of the Pharaohs. I smoked a fucking cigarette with Outer Space and King Size. Yeah, dude. Smoked a fucking Newport on them on the corner of some record store in Philly. Like, it's crazy. Like, I fucking dapped up Vinny. It was great. But I want to tell you something. I don't have this picture right now, but Immortal Technique, that dude, one of the best human beings on the earth. Like, that dude, he's legit. So,
see, my buddy had a bad experience with Immortal Technique. He said he doesn't like white people, but
so here's the thing. I had Immortal Technique's autograph. I lost that shit in a house fire.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah.
So I messaged Immortal Technique. I said, "Yo, here's the deal, man. I love your music. Like, I love everything you do. I had your autograph. I met you once, but it burned up in a house fire. Is there any way possible you could just mail me back, like just autograph this piece of paper and just mail it back? That would mean the world to me." This dude went out of his way, dude. He sent me this fucking package and shit. Got a CD and I got a fucking 8x10 glossy of him fucking officially autographed and shit. Like back. Like, that was so cool to me. Like, this dude didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was really cool.
Like I love Atmosphere. Atmosphere is one of my
Atmosphere was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Slug and all those dudes, but
there used to be like a website a few years ago. I can't remember what it was called, and you would be on there with other people, and you would all take turns putting your favorite songs into the queue, and people would like kind of vote on them. That was actually some pretty cool shit. Yeah. Everybody, like, that's the first time I heard Atmosphere. You would put it in there, and people would like vote, and you go to your song.
It's like the old school verses.
Well, it's like everybody was. It's like everybody was DJing themselves to put a song up, and everybody was trying to hold their own. Like, here's my song or whatever. And if people didn't like it, you got thumbs down, and the song got yanked. And so if you kept it going, people liked your song. So it was a fun time.
Murs, I like Murs. Yeah. It's pretty good too.
Yeah, I like the DJ battles and MC battles and shit.
Yeah, that shit was
good stuff.
It was good. You know,
it's like 2 a.m. I'm about to jump off here and get me some rest.
Yeah.
So,
all
right, Rod. Thanks for hanging out.
Rod, you guys are still rolling.
Rod, I just want to have another night with you and just talk about hip hop. Do you know how aggravating and upsetting it is to like you want to like talk about this shit, but like sometimes you just don't have people to talk about it with.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like you hold it back. It's just like, man, it's so nice to like be able to just talk about it. Even if you don't agree, like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you know what you're talking about. Like, you can't talk about. Like,
well, you know, it's funny because like I got the beer channel, and it's kind of like there's not really an outlet for it. But I could do hip hop and beer or some type of thing, but it doesn't really fit as much. But on the music reaction channel, because I never live stream reactions because you got to play the copyright game. Right. That could be interesting to have just some talks, just like hip hop type stuff, you know.
You know what would be. I know you gotta go. We can talk about this later. We can email each other. But what would be really cool to do is, you know, there's book clubs. You could do like an album club. We pick an album, we listen to it. Then we come back with our thoughts and we talk about it.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, like each week you get to pick, you know, say it's us three. Cool. Each week we pick an album. So like first week could be Rod picks an album. Second week, Josh, me, 3. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because wouldn't that be so cool?
I mean, we couldn't do it on a live, but yeah, we could do it like an off air.
No, I mean, even if you
you can listen to it and then bring your views to the live. You know, you can listen to it off
write down what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And even if we wanted to like have an ear pod in and you're listening to we're listening to album, but they can't hear it.
Yeah, you know? I mean, on my reaction channel, I could do something like that and play snippets of stuff too, and then that could be kind of interesting to actually do. Just kind of
we could do like homework kind of thing. Like, all right, we're gonna listen to this album for the week and then come back, you know, Friday or kind of. Yeah,
that'd be kind of interesting type thing. Yeah, shoot me an email on that or whatever, or a message.
Right, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that could be something.
Right, I'll shoot you, but so everybody in the private chat, if it's not linked in your YouTube biography, put your email and I'll just that'd be cool.
Yeah, because
that'd be dope.
That could be something I could kind of figure into for the because I've been trying to figure out if I do any type of lives on the reaction channel, what I could do, and we could come back and do kind of a reaction to an album type thing.
That'd be
And
cool.
kind
That
of
would
tied
work
into
out.
beer as well too. I'm
Yeah.
sure there'd be some sort of like beer.
Yeah,
race.
do whatever.
Well, I mean, that would be the reaction channel. We could drink beer on it still, but it would just
Yeah.
be more about the music there. But
Yeah.
Dude,
Look at you. Look at you
dude,
thinking
I'm
over
about
here.
it, bro. To be, like,
Yeah.
we all listen to
Yeah.
something and then we just like discuss
Yeah.
it for a little bit, you know? Like
Yeah.
what we're feeling
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, we gotta set something up.
And dude, that is a perfect way to, like, when people disagree about something, to introduce maybe something to them, to maybe get them to be like, oh, all right, I see what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
It's
you
a
should
winner.
check out the reaction channel. It's Rod J Reacts, and some of the music coming out of UK. It's pretty fire on some of the stuff they've been doing.
I think we have a winner of an idea. I just really do. I think
Yeah.
that's
You heard it here first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Rod.
all right.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna send an email, but this would be cool. Ours might be wonky,
cool.
but it's cool.
Right. Thanks for stopping in, dude.
All right.
Happy 9 years.
Thanks, appreciate it, my man.
Stopping.
Y'all
in.
have a good one. I'll catch up with you. Happy
All right.
St. Patty's Day, which it officially is now. So.
Yeah, it's now. Yeah. So, be
All
safe
right.
out there, everyone. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Cheers, y'all.
Go fall
Cheers.
asleep to the sweet sounds of Jay-Z.
I prefer
He's gonna be falling asleep
Nas,
to
but okay.
Nas. Yeah, Nas. There you go. Yeah.
First album, Illmatic.
Yeah. Illmatic. Yeah.
All right, later.
All right. Cheers. That's a good idea, Dan. Fuck.
Goddamn right it is.
Album reviews, I guess.
Album
But I feel-
reviews.
Maybe that's a thing now on YouTube, but maybe not.
I'm telling you, bro.
We would have to tie it.
I'm telling you.
I guarantee there's like album.
Here's the homework. Okay, it's Rod's turn. Rod, what album should we all listen to
this week. Yeah,
this
we'll
week?
come together. at the
Rod
end of the
says, you know what? I want y'all people to listen to Stillmatic from Nas.
week. Yeah,
So not only can people watching listen to it and participate in the chat, obviously we're doing it. It's great. It's a great idea. And here's the thing: you're listening to it. You have your own listening patterns. If you want to listen to it, see, how do you listen to an album? If you're listening to an album for the first time, how do you do it?
I mean, I listen to the whole. Like if somebody drops an album, I listen to the whole thing, and they kind of break it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I do on first listen, I listen to the entire thing, front to back.
Yeah. Then you go back.
Then I go back, listen to it again. Because then there's spots I want to pause, rewind, and go back to. But on my first go round, sometimes I do that too. I'm like, whoa, what just happened? I'll rewind it, play it.
Rod's back.
No,
He's like, this idea is so good, I can't let it go.
No, it is pretty good, but I got to sign back in and take the live stream down on my thing.
Okay.
So,
Oh shit.
but it's still a good idea.
Rod, give us an album
For what?
to do it. Just give us an album.
Well, that's the thing. How do we start it? Do we just say
we'll send an email. Just give us an album though.
What are we doing? Like an old album or a new album?
Well,
Any album you want.
How do we present it to the people? If people want to listen to it, like, do we do it like on Monday? And it's like, oh, we're putting this short out. It's like, all right, we're gonna do a live not live reaction, but I'm just saying, like, how do we start it? You know.
Well, I'd have to do a live stream and just pull it up. Hey, this week I've got Dan and Josh here.
This is
We
the
did
new
a
show.
Yeah.
we
Say
did a
this is the new
new
show.
thing. We did a live reaction. We did a reaction to an album. This is the album we chose, and we're going to kind of give you our thoughts on it. Blah blah blah. I mean, I can handle all that part. That's no big
And
deal.
then we come back later in the week.
No, well, I would tell you guys ahead of time. So when we did the live stream, you would actually know the album then.
Yeah.
Or you guys would suggest
So
an album.
what would happen is the first one we just pick, and then during the recap of the first one, towards the end of the episode or whatever, you say, by the way, folks, next week, this is the album we're doing. And the person picks it. And they have a week to prepare.
That could work too. We could do it that way too.
Is there a point scale?
Oh, yeah.
At the end.
Is there a point scale? I wasn't there was a point scale. I thought we just do feedback on it.
You could, if you want, eventually.
And that'd be cool. Like, how do we break it down by points?
You break it down, like, I don't know, production, lyrics.
Why are you guys going so deep at 2 in the freaking morning?
I know. Now we're getting way too deep.
Okay, so for Rod's sake, it's just like, you name an album. What did you think about it? We all listened to it. Cool.
Well, no, it's just like provide the feedback or whatever. You know, where does this scale at? I mean, we could do a rating. You know, what's your rating on it? Blah blah blah.
The whole
if
album.
You had a rating.
You know, out of 10 or whatever, and
the whole album review.
What was your song? What tracks did you like, not like, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. You know.
Where did they fall short on this song and that song kind of thing?
Right. Yeah, so.
We got, check it out. You heard it here first, bro. Rod's doing album reviews.
Right now, all I'm thinking about is going to bed, but.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get it set up, so.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how to close it down. I thought when I signed off, it would end on my channel, but it was still going. So I got to come back and somehow, I guess you ended on yours, Dan. You just have to remove thing, or are you still going live?
Mine's still live, I think.
Okay, it just shows me then. Okay,
live boy.
So I had to hit that.
Yo, Josh, Roger totally left. He saw it. I was like, these dudes gonna fuck up my channel.